fucking poker the other night, or a couple weekends ago with my buddy that lives in Boise now. We went on an absolute fucking heater, bro, for like fucking an hour, dude. We fucking went up like $400 in poker off of fucking $1 and $2 fucking small and big blinds, dude. Just crushing dudes.
John, can you hand me the Vapor Rooski?
Yeah, we're going to pass that one around for sure. And this is when Rambo developed his crippling gambling addiction.
Yeah.
This is origin story.
Straight degenerate. But I'm up $1,200 or $1,000 or something like that.
Yeah. I think I'm down.
That's what they all say. I'm up.
I swear to God, I am.
I just broke even. We're good.
Yeah.
I swear. I went up like 400 in poker, and then I hit for the first touchdown score in the San Francisco game last weekend. Fucking guessed right. Got George Kittle. He won me fucking $300 off a $10 bet.
God damn.
And then did a fucking $50 bet with whoever, my buddy, 25 each for like a 5-leg parlay. $600.
Dude, the parlays are where you make the money at.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's also hard.
What the fuck is a parlay?
Where you bet on multiple things at once.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
What? Huh? Parlay?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything has to hit at once.
Yeah.
Like, you have to
bet on like
one bet.
if they win by 3.
you bet on like 6 games.
You can get like insurance.
Well, there's
though.
different ways to parlay.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen that? What was that chick with their butthole on the internet?
Chick with a butthole on the internet. Are we live right
Silver
now?
Linings Playbook or whatever the fuck.
Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah.
Oh,
what was
yeah,
that
she
movie?
got-
Your butthole on the internet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she,
I also
she got it taken off though.
I also saw her.
keep your-
her
Well, no,
hoo-ha.
dude. If it's on the internet, it's there for
It's
good.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not.
It ain't going
It's
anywhere.
not. It's gone.
It's scrubbed.
It's in the dark
It's scrubbed.
webs.
It probably is in the dark web. Well, no, it repopulate.
People probably, she paid good money for that, for sure.
I think somebody
No,
hacked her
she did-
iCloud, just like Taylor Swift got her titties
Her
out. on-
butthole too.
No, not her butthole. The titties.
All right. We've been recording for the past couple minutes. Episode 22 with the boys. We got John to the left.
Yep.
We got Cameron.
Hello.
I'm not going to edit your name. Is that fine?
Edit to what?
People name drop you all the time because of your last name.
Can you see the dog?
Is it? You think it's because of my last name or because I'm so popular within the community? That
And then we
rely on-
have Rod, a.k.a. Francisco.
Yeah.
Francisco.
Great movie.
I bought all this equipment because you got stoked on it living in that room in Kuwait.
We're all hopped up on
Like,
goofballs, man.
Let's do the podcast and rip fucking heaters. I was like,
Dude.
well, it's in my guest room, so we can't do that.
That would have been
But
cool if we could have done it in our room in Kuwait.
That would have been hilarious.
That would have been awesome.
that
We could have
We
just
totally
it just
could.
wouldn't have been the production quality that
Yeah.
it has now.
no, it wouldn't have.
No, of course not.
This took
yeah. If we didn't have any of the shit out there, of course
yeah.
it wouldn't.
No,
well, we had
dude.
laptops you can do it on. You know,
No.
that's what I'm saying.
It
It
would
wouldn't have the production quality that he has
Have
now with
y'all
all this
watched
shit.
the podcast?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have
I
y'all
watched mine,
Yeah, I
Right.
watched your guys'.
and then I watched the one with
Gun-
Gunny Tate and the whatever his name is.
edit those names?
Why we're not allowed to say his names?
Just we've never said. Usually, people don't say their last name because they don't want their because they're still active duty. That's just
Is that a thing?
yeah,
Right, just make sure you blur our faces out, all right?
yeah.
All right, my
I just
bad.
want to block.
But this
So no
was,
last names or what?
you can if you're comfortable with that. I just had 2 corpsmen that were like done. They're like, I don't give a fuck about my last name if you want to put it out there or not.
I mean, bro,
Was it-
I'm a
was it
combat
the-
instructor.
the
if I'm
small
gonna say
Filipino
why
one?
I'm
Huh?
Was
banging
it the
in
small
Israel.
Filipino one?
No, I'm
He's
still
still in.
editing it.
Huh?
He's still in.
Is he?
Yeah.
Who?
shit.
Sean?
Yeah.
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 Sean Ryan.
Yeah, Sean Ryan. We're trying to get there, guys. Numbers are down.
Are they?
Where's my camera? Numbers down. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but my last one has like 23 views.
You got to do some. I don't know. better
You gotta
marketing.
put your advertising. You can pay for Facebook
Maybe you should start
advertising.
showing your butthole, dude.
Yeah, seriously. Butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I downloaded Instagram and then I not deleted. I took it off my phone, dude, with like Israel and shit popping off, dude. I was getting so
Dude, I've been off of all social media for like
2 years now, right?
dude.
Yeah.
2 years for me.
I took it off my phone. I have it on my iPad. So if I do need to if I ever do get the bug up my ass to actually promote this shit.
Are you talking about for the podcast or?
Yeah, my Instagram is the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm at.
Yeah. So it's.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I was
Just don't follow anyone.
I was using it.
Oh yeah,
And I
see,
was
that's your
fucking
problem.
using it, and then everything was kosher, and then fucking Israel pops off, and I was like, "Yeah, we're about to be in World War III."
Yeah.
They're about to send a ground invasion.
Yeah.
They've been talking about that for the last few days, how the IDF's just waiting to push through Gaza, but I don't know if it's happened or not.
We looked up the definition. It doesn't really need to be declared World War III. It just needs to be a few major countries in real battles.
Yeah.
So if Taiwan pops off, which I feel like it will, we will be in World War III. It just might not be called that until after things are resolved.
Just in time too, you know. This is my theory on my time at SOI is, you know, I have like a year and a half left, I think, something like that. So, you know, if we go to war within like the next 6 months to a year, right, that'll give us time to, you know, the first wave of dudes get absolutely obliterated off the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? They're done.
You learn and you
rest,
live.
Rest in peace. We start
Lessons
learning
learned.
from our from our, you know, mistakes, and then once I get back to the fleet and I deploy, we're going to be rolling, you know. So there's, I would say it's going to go down to like a 25% chance I die, but still it's better than 98%, which I don't want to be stick one, fucking wave one, you know.
Getting after
That's my thought process on the next war.
Platoon Sgt. Rambo.
Well, yeah, at the beginning of Iraq and all that shit, we weren't prepared for IEDs. That wasn't a thing.
dude,
That was mainly what was that? The Irish that were fucking.
Yeah, the
IRA.
IRA.
Yeah, that was like their shtick, and then it was learned by the old Tally boys, and then that fucking retard general got on CNN and was like, "They're burying them too deep. They're really not effective." The Taliban's like, "Got it," and then started
What a
fucking
night
us
to
up.
note it.
And now,
Roger, my bad.
now our entire military is super armored, and we might not even be in an IED war anymore, and so we have to come up with ROEs and figure out how to fight this new shit with drones.
Dude, it's all about air, baby.
Switchblade, baby. That's all you need. Switchblade.
Dude.
You're gonna switchblade operator
When I
right
was
here.
in fucking ISOLC, you know, when we were writing our orders, we had to like you request a bunch of shit, and like obviously they don't have fucking switchblade or anything, but every single time I'd be like, "Hey, can I? I'm
Can we get
requesting a
6
switchblade,"
switchblades?
and they're like,
what the fuck's a switchblade?
and I would always get a thumbs up from my instructor. He'd be like, "Good to go." I'm like, "All right, shit, I'll fucking blow everyone up."
Well,
Dude, that thing was so cool.
I feel like it's not really that used though. It's not
No,
being
it's
pushed
not.
though.
It was only ever used like with special operations, but it's fucking awesome.
was that the launcher thing y'all were doing?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like the mortar kamikaze launch.
Death bomb.
Yeah,
I never saw it. Y'all
Yeah,
did
dude.
it after I left.
yeah.
But when I
And
was
the
in,
cool thing about it too is you could like, I don't remember
Hand
what
off.
the, yeah, you can hand it off. So like, I think off a regular or off of the main user, you get like 25 clicks of range,
But this-
and you can set up like multiple users because the battery on it's long enough to last past 25 clicks. So I could fly it out 25 clicks, hand it off to Rambo, and touch something out like 50, 100 clicks away.
And the switchblade, I'm sorry, the switchblade 600
Yeah.
is this
good.
classified at all?
No, I think you can look it up on. I think you can look it up online.
Just Google it.
Google. Google's got everything. Gunny Google's the savior. But the Switchblade 600, you can go out definitely out to like 100 clicks, and I think that one's got a Jav warhead on
It's
it.
Yeah, it's literally the
No
same
shit.
capabilities as a
Just
javelin.
bigger.
Good lord.
I'm trapped in here. Can you hand me that Yeti?
This is a nice Yeti, by the way.
Thanks, man.
I need to get me one of them.
I got a couple now.
Stays with all the Gucci stuff, man.
does.
Yeah, dude.
Gucci'd out.
Yeti.
I feel like you do it a little bit smarter. You're like our buddy Reynolds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
Oh.
smarter about what I do?
I don't know. It just seems like
You do
have the
everything,
nice stuff
like, in
but,
moderation.
Yeah.
This dude's like, I want the nicest top thing right fucking now, even though I
and
don't
we
have
will
the
have
money
it.
for
Dude,
it.
dude, when you know, like, when did Traeger start becoming like a big thing? I
It
think
was
like,
like
what,
2018
18 or something. He dude, this dude had a Traeger outside his fucking barracks room, and like literally would just be outside the barracks room.
Dude, smoking some ribs,
Yeah.
man.
I think it was sick. I wonder where
Yeah,
that thing
Traegers are
is, dude.
super
They're
nice.
Bloody Marys.
The triggers are super nice though.
Yeah.
Mine's really pissing me off though.
You have the knockoff brand though.
I got a
No,
Pit
it's not.
Boss.
It's not a
Yours isn't
knockoff
a
brand.
It's
Yours isn't
not a
smoker,
Traeger.
though.
No, it's not. I don't use pellets or nothing.
You have a smoker grill thing.
Yeah, it's like the
Smoker-
gravity charcoal, but it's really fucking starting to piss me off.
Do y'all want to do a shot or chug a beer or something to get this thing going, or what?
I'd rather chug a beer. I don't
Yeah, let's chug a
fancy
beer.
shots.
No, I don't think we should do a shot of this, but
That's disgusting.
I didn't bring anything else.
Yeah,
Sure.
Sure.
you gotta admire.
Who's got you? You said you brought like 6 beers. Let's toast them up and fucking. shit
I'm
them
not
down.
gonna lie. I only brought 6 beers because I didn't think that. I thought we might have alcohol.
I thought we
But
would
isn't
too,
your lady friend bringing you beer?
She's gonna hit us with the scheduled resupply soon, but you know that's not gonna be anytime. She's on a walk right now on the beach, so
we'll tell her to turn around
Hey,
We need a beer.
hey,
to drop the beer off.
would you mind if we just chug some fucking beers real quick and worry about that shit later?
I don't care. Yeah, do you not have beers in there?
No, you said you brought 6 beers.
Yeah, I brought
How many are
beers.
in there?
Yeah, yeah.
Can we have 4 of those?
Yes,
And
I don't care. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
There's the two
I got-
tall
I
boys
got-
in there,
dude,
too,
I
but
went
I'm
to-
not fucking chugging that.
I went to Yeah, he's got his own beer. I went to
chugging
Costco
this.
and they got a 36 rack of Coors Light for like $19. It was unstoppable. It's like 50 cents a beer.
I just wish Coors Light tasted a little bit better.
I like
I like Miller Lite.
Like, why doesn't Southern
like Coors
California
Heavy.
like Busch Light?
That's what I'm saying. You can
I
get
don't-
30 racks on base though, so you can just
Yeah,
stop
that's
in
true.
at any time. Busch Light definitely has a better taste though. People
Yeah.
like for some reason think like Busch automatically is like some nasty
Shit,
like
cheap
beer.
shit beer, but it's really for like a light beer. It's got some flavor to it.
Is that your favorite beer? And
Busch-
also, can
Busch
you
Light.
grab those beers?
Can you grab? Oh,
What do you mean? Oh, grab these beers. Yeah, I can grab them.
Just grab them.
Holy shit!
Very detailed conversation about beer, right?
When-
Yeah, I would like to. I'm not in the microphone, but
You're fine. We can hear you.
I would like to go on to conversations about stuff, maybe not necessarily just for just in the military.
hand me one, please?
You can talk about whatever you want, dude.
Pass me one, please. I'm not gonna chug a tall boy.
All right, well, that's all the beer. So
Okay.
well,
actually, that's not. I got one more. But anyway, we'll figure it out. I'll hit up Samantha. Tell her ask if I can. Samantha, where you at?
Nice, that's hot. Good form. Good
do you
use.
do you drink your Bloody Mary spicy?
Yeah, it's a little. You want to try this one? I got
Sure.
it from the farmers market in Dana Point.
Farmers
A
market
mix?
So farmers market Bloody Mary mix.
Where? What do you mean? You got it from the farmers market? Tito's?
yeah.
Can I try that?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pass that one around.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not a big
uh,
fan of Bloody Mary.
Dude, a
No,
Bloody
I'm
Mary's
not-
like a michelada. That's all it is. Really.
Micheladas
Yeah,
are disgusting.
without
There's with-
bubbles.
It's just a white person's michelada.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I can't. I don't vibe with
I like that.
You don't like that?
I don't vibe with it.
It's
no.
not like a evening drink, you know.
What are we doing with these? Are we?
That's not bad.
We're gonna chug them.
I like
As in, like,
We're
shocking them? or-
Yeah, I mean, however.
I don't. I
I
feel
don't
like.
think we should shock them.
Yeah, because I'm gonna spill them and shit and
Yeah.
make a mess on.
Okay.
It's very
I mean,
expensive.
I don't care about my patio, but
the equipment.
his
How about-
equipment.
You do what you want to do after we clack them together. All right.
All right.
All right. Are we? Oh, we're reaching.
Fucking.
Oh,
Air
fucking-
clock.
It's there. It's
got it.
there.
the intent was there.
Yeah.
It's been real fun last couple of years together, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
can't argue
2-1
that one.
weapons company.
It really.
CAAT
Cool.
Blue.
All 31s too. Let's go. Let's ride.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
Is that like a tradition that you do on your?
Yeah, I like to do a
Something new?
shot. Gunny gave me this good ass whiskey by what's that Bro Jogan whiskey he always fucking talks about?
Bro joking.
Joe Rogan.
The whiskey. Screwball.
Yeah, dude, the finest of all liqueurs.
Yeah, dude.
Screwball.
Have you had the High West?
Oh, that one's good.
It's High West, right? No, that's the
It's something
bourbon.
West. Yeah.
Prairie something.
Yeah.
That one's my favorite.
But
Basil Hayden.
That one's good too.
That's like my go-to.
Basil Hayden is pretty fucking expensive though.
Gunny gave me this shit called Eagle Rare by some other whiskey company. And him and some dudes from HKIA that he knew after the fact went out to the distillery, hand selected the barrel, and they all bought whatever 10 bottles.
That's pretty sick.
Nice.
He gave me a bottle. I refill it. It's not the hand selected that he personally did, but I refill it with the same whiskey. And I like to do a shot, a little cheers, and then it helps everybody. Once you get a little alcohol in you, loosen up,
Yeah.
Be a little self-conscious about the fact that we have cameras and microphones recording everything on the
I
internet.
don't think you need to worry about
Dude,
that
but
with us.
I think also too how you said we were already recording for like that's a good strategy.
Yeah, you just start it.
Yeah, because you're already rolling. Not
Yeah.
that I'm scared to talk, or any of us are scared.
It's
to talk.
also
But I'm
weird just
saying,
having
like,
a microphone in your fucking face.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the whole starting it up already.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. Everybody stare. But you said you want to talk about other shit about,
I'm just saying,
you're just saying,
Like, well, what other shit?
What do you want to talk
about
about?
the Patriots sucking real hard and the Saints.
Hey,
smacking
we're
them
about to
real
beat the Bills, and that's good for us, but bad for me personally. Gonna lose some money, but we just
But
put
you-
more money.
You're
on,
up 1,000, dude.
That's true.
Just stick with that phrase the rest of
Yeah.
your life. Just
I am up.
I'm up 1,000.
I am up, but I only make small little bets. I just been lucky. Like again, I got lucky on the first touchdown score the other weekend for 300. I only put $10 on that one.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm betting fucking $500.
Do you get juice out of it? Or do you get juiced up when you fucking?
No, I feel like I don't because I only put like $10 down. So it's like
Yeah.
fuck. I just
What's
lost
that one
$10.
chemical in your brain that gets released? When you're all-
dopamine, serotonin.
Get all doped
Dude, I
up
get
on
my own dopamine release.
Fuck.
Yeah, doing what? Breathing in the microphone.
Living. Can you hear that?
Yeah, it's fine. It makes for good internet, dude.
All right, edit that one out.
I got it. Yeah.
I don't want
All the editing
people
I
fucking
do.
thinking.
Yo, how long do you spend editing these episodes?
Let me guess.
Just 3 hours
For one
content.
video into all together because you probably don't do it at once, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna say 3 hours 13 minutes.
I mean, that would be.
A good one. That's a good guess.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Now that I know what I'm doing, it would take me the span of one episode to edit it. And
Oh, okay,
I got to
that's
bleep a couple names here and there, and
Yeah, you completely bleeped out like a fucking shit ton of stuff that I said on the last one.
Well, that was
me and
also-
fucking Francisco did. But
No.
I felt
do
like it
you
was
remember
completely
what you
fine.
said?
That was some
Do
funny
you want
shit,
me to
though.
repeat it again and then go black screen again?
I don't care.
That's some
I don't
funny-
remember what I said. I got pretty fucking lit. on the last one.
Dude, you were.
All right.
I mean, you were rather coherent when we were talking, but it was hilarious because it was about when you were going through a school and
Oh,
You're
yeah,
going
yeah.
through
Oh,
a
I see,
school,
with
Then she
instructor.
closes the door and then black screen, and then you admitted to doing something that I was just like, well, you can't say that.
Yeah, she's not there
That can be
anymore,
used
so.
in
It was nothing about she. It was about what you did the night before. I was like, well, that's
Lost.
fucking.
Oh, what?
Lost.
Oh, I'll say it. He's like, yeah, I did last night. I'm just like, well, can't have that in the podcast.
Okay, maybe
allegedly.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Did you ever in high school? Did you ever have like a class where you do this shit? So we had this thing when I was in high school. It's called Spartan Spotlight because our mascot was a Spartan, but it was basically like the news. We would do newscasts like every in the morning. So you'd go out and you'd film your do your interviews, get your B-roll, and then edit all your stuff. Did you have that in high school too?
We had it, but I was not in it.
Oh.
And if I go back to college once I get out of the military, I want to just. Do y'all know what auditing classes is? It's like
Yeah.
you don't get a grade.
Yeah.
You just pay to go to college and learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to audit some like video editing shit, but also fucking YouTube, man. I can learn. I
Dude,
can
YouTube University, man. I've
Yeah.
been saying that to everybody. That's how
Yeah, you can
I've
learn
got
a
a
fucking
million
hell of a
degrees
lot
from
of shit.
YouTube University.
Let me hit that thing after.
Yeah,
Yeah, YouTube is fucking great though.
I did the grill on my car, man, and I recorded it. I'm gonna release it. I'm kind of hacking the system a little bit, bringing in some viewers that like Toyota. Like I did a 1-minute video about my truck.
You gotta exploit the
Oh, yeah, I
audience,
did
man.
watch that.
It's got like 1,000 views, dude.
Yeah, as long as I think
Yeah.
I work with a dude that he's pretty well off, I would say, but he's got a bunch of very nice vehicles. And he like will post them, like post pictures of him like doing off-road shit or whatever. But he said that like he gets like a shit ton of views, but like just using certain hashtags will put that vehicle in like a certain algorithm for people to see. So he gets like, and he gets paid like not a lot, but like he'll get like $1 or $2 like off certain views and stuff from like Google and then like Instagram and stuff, just using the right hashtags.
Yeah.
What's like getting monetized, right?
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
I don't. What does that even mean?
So you just make money off of like people watching your videos. So like
if you were monetized.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's a criteria I have to meet. 1,000
Certain amount.
subscribers and 1,000, a certain amount of minutes watched. And if I hit those two things, even if I have one video, like there's this one guy, ultra millionaire, I don't know what the fuck he does, but obviously he hired a full film crew, and he has $1 million gun collection, like in the basement of his house. He's got everything.
Mm-hmm.
Instantly, 100,000 subscribers, and he has 2 videos. I was just like, well, this fucking,
shit.
he's just a billionaire that just wants to show off. He doesn't need any of this.
it's like Grantham, dude. Grant, I
Well,
don't know if
he's
the
a
dude's
fucking
filthy rich, but
billionaire,
like,
Is he?
no, I mean, I don't think he is,
He
but
probably
he
is.
has-
I mean, he's probably
sponsors and
he has
rich.
a good sponsors though, like free ammo,
He's comfortable.
guns.
Yeah, he also is probably comfortable in what he wants to do. Like that dude probably doesn't care to be living on the shores of Malibu.
No, he
You
has.
know what I'm saying?
He
Like
has
he probably has,
acreage up in
Yeah,
wherever,
Was
exactly.
it like Utah? I think.
something like that.
and he gets to do what he wants, and that's
Yeah.
what he wants.
That's all this is.
Yeah.
Is I want to get to a place where I make
what you want.
any
to
money
do.
to do it, to just fucking shoot the shit with my friends or work on my car. And I did the grill in my car, watched like 3-4 videos, figured it out, super anxiety ridden. I recorded it. I'm trying to like teach myself things like challenge myself to do a voiceover,
As you're filming it.
do a time lapse, because no one wants to watch me in real time for 3 hours, like fuck around with a bolt. But
Your ass crack's hanging out. Like,
yeah,
dude.
my
Heavy
kid
breathing.
comes in, I get angry with him.
Shake him a little bit,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah, a little backhand action.
But yeah, I need to do a better job of like putting clips up. Y'all know who the Barracks Barber is?
Oh yeah,
No.
I've heard
He-
of him.
he
I
used to-
saw one of the dudes. He was on there.
Eric's
Fuck-
barber.
Yeah.
Sanchez. Who the hell?
Yeah,
He
Cut
in the
hair
Marine Corps?
barracks?
he was a reservist in, I think, LAR, and he cuts hair. Used to cut hair across the street, but he has like 35,000 followers on Instagram.
Just cutting hair.
Well, he blew up with like a couple of dudes from HKIA just like interviewing him.
Yeah.
And he raised some money and stuff. But I had him on, and he was talking about how he's like, you got to boil it down to quick little TikTok and fucking Instagram
Yeah.
clips, not 3 hours.
attention
Yeah,
span, man.
only want and people
Yeah,
only
dude,
want to
see,
watch
yeah,
45
attention span,
seconds.
yeah.
45 seconds, and then I'm about
I
fucking
mean,
out.
I even think that's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
dude, if it
that's-
doesn't catch
that-
my eye in 10
Dude, I'm a
seconds,
psycho.
dude,
Like I like listening to podcasts. Like I'll sit there for like 3 hours.
Well, yeah, but
Like
certain
sitting on-
podcasts. But I'm just saying, if you're like scrolling, like people,
Oh yeah, if you're just
people,
like mindlessly scrolling.
like 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've, for some reason, I don't have any social media, but I've backfilled that with the YouTube shorts. It's like, it's like I might as well just get Instagram, because I just scroll through YouTube shorts now. It's like I'm just on social media.
Well, that
It
was
just with
basically
YouTube.
is, yeah.
that was me with Snapchat. I hadn't had
Yeah. I
Instagram
did the same thing.
since I was in Buds, but Snapchat has these little tiles.
Yeah.
And I'm just going
Yeah.
through.
I do the same
Yeah,
thing.
I've
You
seen
can
that.
subscribe to
I
the
don't
little
really mess around
tiles.
with that too much. But
I don't have Snapchat though, so
Yeah.
It's all on the iPad. I got it off my phone, and I'm literally like, I get on my phone and I have nothing to do. And I
Yeah,
just
exactly.
put it down and pay attention to my family.
Well, do you
Yeah.
guys remember that documentary that came out? It was probably
Yeah.
This was probably like 5-6 years ago, talking about it was about social media.
no, that came out in 2020 is the reason
Yeah.
why I fucking got off social media.
Yeah, same
like
with
no
me, yeah.
shit.
When-
I
yeah,
like
whenever
watched
it
it at
was.
the border, and I was like, holy fuck.
Anybody
Yeah.
got a knife?
No.
What do you need a knife for?
Cut this straw to a
Just take the
fucking-
straw
bite it.
out. You're
Yeah,
drinking
that's nice.
out of a
It's
little
just-
sphincter.
Yeah, bro.
So you got to take that fucking straw out. bro.
Girls use straws.
Yeah.
Okay.
Men
Thanks.
like us.
Just
Machine
throw it-
gunners?
Just don't throw it on my new car though.
Throw it on the new car.
I just have impeccable aim.
Dude, it would have been sweet to do a night session. We could have.
Yeah, it would have been cool.
Lit the fire.
I would, dude. Before you leave, I would like to do another one. I know that it might be hard to reach, but
Yeah, dude.
you know,
Well,
like
apparently
I
all
think
our fucking schedules never match
I
up.
think it would
That's
be
what
worth
they
it.
do.
Why can't we do it on a weekday?
because I won't be able to do it on a weekday
Same.
because I have a job and I work 40 hours.
I would-
Everyone has a job.
I would have
We
loved.
get it. You're responsible. And
I
you
would
got
have
out.
loved to do this at night.
At night,
I don't know what these
here
cameras
be
would
sick. With
do.
the fire,
With
dude.
the fire, yeah.
Yeah,
What do
we
we
have
do?
to do that.
What do we do?
I don't know
He
what
has
the
a-
cameras would do. I have to.
Well, so we
You
can
only-
get,
you
we
can
got
only-
lights here. We got lights there.
we'll check it
Those are
out.
lights, yeah, dude.
Yeah, but
we could totally do
we
it.
should figure out before you leave to do one more.
Okay.
We could even probably
And
go
we should get
buy some
really
lights
hammered.
if it's going to be, because it's actually with these lights on inside here and these here.
It's pretty bright.
And that one, it's pretty bright.
With the fire too.
and
We'll
with the fire too.
We'll see. But I don't want to. I didn't want to like bring y'all that. You saw how long it took me to set this up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And then I set it up and like, oh, dude, we're just watching. It would just be audio at that point, which we could do just audio. That's fine.
No, dude. we
I
gotta do
don't.
video.
I don't.
I mean, but also if we set it up and then you're editing it, and the camera's like the video is not that great, just take the video out. We still have the
Yeah.
voice.
It would be fine. I just didn't want to. After the nightmare of getting the four of us to
Yeah,
sit
dude.
down,
This
That
has
was
been
fucking painful.
Like, how long, dude? Like 4 months.
Months?
dude, since I bought the equipment,
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time.
shortly after
Samantha,
deployment.
I don't know. We have a long weekend next weekend. Samantha goes out of town next
Sabrina's
weekend.
out of town next weekend. too.
Exactly.
I'm trying.
We
to
could have a
think.
boys' night.
I'm getting
I mean,
tattooed Friday, so
Ooh, what are you getting?
I guess a full sleeve, dude.
Oh,
that's
go
fucking
off.
badass.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just casually
Gonna go
like,
get a full sleeve.
A
real
little
quick.
bit. I answered some fucking. I was kind of buzzed at someone's going away party, and on Instagram I answered some like survey to see if I was like, see if this dude wanted to tattoo me, and he hit me up. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I love it. Let's go."
How much is
And
he charging?
pretty expensive.
Dude, you gotta pay good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you
it's-
have
I'm
to.
all about paying for tattoos.
Dude,
for
I
sure.
That's
you know,
like the one thing. That and gas. Like you're gonna what? Because gas is expensive. You're not gonna put it in your car.
Yeah.
You know, like same with tattoos. Like
I don't
that's
know.
gonna
I
be
feel
on you
like-
forever.
I feel like
There's
I-
this one
I
dude
love that.
here in San Clemente, Sancho.
yeah, the big fucking
Yeah, I
Samoan
know.
looking.
No,
fucker.
no, he's like the short Mexican dude. Drives a
Yeah.
lowrider around. Like he does some really good work. 'cause-
He's. Yeah, I would
Is he at
say
Renaissance?
he's a little. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
he's a little.
Too much.
Yeah.
A little too
He
expensive.
does
is
good
what you're
stuff
saying?
though. He
Yeah.
does good stuff. Yeah, a little.
Yeah, I
expensive,
mean-
yeah.
Well,
You guys know that thing with, like the tattoo fever shit. You know,
no.
have you guys ever dealt with that where you get like almost like sick after you get a tattoo?
Oh yeah,
And
yes.
you might have dealt
Yeah,
with that.
every time
you got
you
a lot.
your body.
I'm fucked
Dude,
up for
I don't-
like 2
well, you
days
got,
after I get a
you
tattoo.
got big work done.
Yeah, well,
no,
I don't.
literally, it doesn't matter how big
Yeah,
the tattoo is. I get like, it's because you're like tensing up the whole time.
Yeah,
You're, like, you know, like,
Something on the
Flexing
podcast, we do have to let people like finish what they're saying.
Yeah.
because
Yeah, we can't
it
shut
is
up,
a
dude.
nightmare.
I was the one that brought it up.
I'm trying to talk, dude.
I
It is
brought
a-
it up.
And then
It is
you
a-
directed it to me. You said
Yeah.
you probably deal with it, and so that was an opening for me to.
Switching these cameras right now while I'm editing in the future is a nightmare because it's like, what's more important? Fucking what he's saying, or me saying? And with y'all's episode, we were all
Oh,
just
dude,
like,
yeah, that was all
and
over the
I
place.
just fucking clipped it crazy, just like,
You gotta get
in
one.
my.
You got to get one more camera then that just does like everybody.
Yeah.
to mitigate
These
that.
cameras are $300 a piece.
Yeah,
so.
just spend the money, bro.
Okay, then
Yeah, just
run your credit
fucking
card
buy
out.
it.
Just buy it, bro. Just be the
100
dog, dude.
160
Stop being a broke boy.
169 subscribers, dude. Just throw another $300 at
dude.
it, man.
Okay,
If
I'm
you fix it.
sorry.
broke
You'd
is all
probably
mentality.
double that if you had a fourth camera. Fifth
camera.
camera. Excuse me.
All right, John, please finish with your.
But yes, dude. After every tattoo I get, no matter how small or big they are, I feel like shit.
Really?
Yeah, for like a day and a half. Yeah.
I was gonna say that because I got my stomach done, but not like huge. I just got like a word on my stomach.
Says
like
Rainbow?
What'd you get?
No, I didn't get Rambo. Across my stomach.
Rambo.
But it dude, I was like, it was super painful.
Yeah.
And then I got home and I drank a couple beers, dude, and I couldn't sleep, dude. I was up all night,
Yeah.
and I was wondering if other people dealt with that because I was in some real trouble. I thought I couldn't sleep, dude. I was
Call for
I was
help.
not feeling good, dude.
The artist used some dirty needles.
Fuck, I hope
Dude,
not.
speaking of dirty needles, remember that one night?
No.
Fucking in the bear room.
Bro, I gotta get one of those again, dude.
Oh, my buddy.
Wait, hold on. You're talking about homemade tattoos?
Yeah,
You
like
tattooing
I
them?
have a, I
Done
used
by
to have
yours truly.
a-
Look.
Right here, look.
Yeah. I did these on
Just
my
for the
leg
camera.
right here.
We got hammered in the barracks that one
Yeah.
night.
My buddy,
man, yeah.
Pascoya, he knows
Oh, Nick,
Pascoya.
yeah.
He's got a nice one, but his wife got it for him off Amazon or something like that.
That's where I got mine from.
Yeah, it's super nice. He's done like a bunch of tattoos in the office and stuff.
Allegedly, but we
Yeah,
threw
dude,
yours
that was
away
fun.
that the day we were leaving on deployment.
Oh, bro, that was
a fever
night.
dream.
Holy shit!
I remember seeing y'all out there and like
Dude, nobody woke me up, too.
Yeah.
Remember
I
that?
came to wake you up.
I woke up like 3 hours late.
Well, Rod did, but then Rod had to get to. We had to get to the parade deck, and then like we're like doing everything. We're like getting shit done, and then I think me and Rod were like, "Yo, where is John at? Like, where's this dude at?" Who did we sent somebody back to get him, right?
I went back because
Oh,
we
you went
were
back.
out. We were throwing all the
Yeah,
shit.
dude,
out of his room.
I was like, I need your help, bro.
one.
I was still like an 8 out of 10 drunk.
Did we go to
when I
the
woke
bars
up.
that night?
You guys,
Yeah,
you
that was
guys
when
went.
Was that when you fought Juarez? Was that night? No.
No.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
No, but that was one of the quarantine nights. I didn't really. You can't really.
No,
consider it.
that night was when we went out and hung out with Aaron, remember?
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know y'all very well at all, but I just remember you and approaching me, and you're just like, "Doc, I'm hurting really
Bro,
bad.
dude.
Do you have
Oh my
anything?"
God.
I'm like, "What do you mean anything?" You're like, "Tylenol, anything?" I was like, "Oh yeah," and like, I don't know.
That was a rough night.
dude, that
Yeah,
was
that was a
rough.
rough night. We were drinking heavy.
Dude,
Yeah.
That entire quarantine period.
And you didn't even go out to the fucking bars
Dude,
with
I was
us,
already
Rod.
Dude, I was already fucking hammered. Like,
Yeah, we were all hammered.
Yeah.
Dude.
Cameron, how old are you?
29.
But you still go out like you're fucking 23.
you're a wild man.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I
You
don't.
fucking smoke heaters.
I swear I don't smoke that many anymore. No
Alright.
shit. No shit. I've been not that it's that much better, but or even maybe it's not even better. But I've been smoking these. That's what I was saying. Is I really haven't smoked heaters in like a while.
You give off the persona that you still fucking party, and I feel like you say you don't, but then like
Well-
you'll go out and rage.
Well, I haven't gone out
I wouldn't say that.
to the
No.
bars. Are you talking about like the bars? Because like
Yeah,
we went out.
We went to the bar last weekend?
Yeah, but like also we literally we like started drinking and then we went to the bar and I think we were done at like 11.
Yeah.
And we walked back and then
Dude,
we were
that's-
like, all
that's
right,
my
like
kind of party.
we were like, I think our night's done. And we're gonna walk home.
Yeah.
But like, going to the bars and stuff, no. But I'm also like been trying to save on money and going to the bars. That shit adds up. So I really haven't really been
Yeah.
going to the bars like at all, actually.
But
I mean, like, I'll drink beers for sure. Just not, like, again, I'll go to Costco and get like a 36 rack. But also, I'll drink like maybe 2 or 3 beers when I get home at night, after work.
just to cool out.
Just to-
you're just talking about on a regular day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not going to the bar.
dude.
But
Yeah, I
but
don't.
really, I really don't go to the bars that much. And if I do, it's like
Las Molinas.
yeah, if I
or
do, I go to
We'll play
Mulligan's, and
pool.
that's literally the only
Yeah.
place I'll go. Is like
Do y'all drink
Mulligan's.
it? You said you drink 3 at home. Do y'all drink at home? I kind of quit.
No.
I do.
Well, occasionally, like if Sabrina wants to have a glass of wine, with
Yeah.
dinner, I'll
Yeah,
have a glass
it's
of
it's
wine.
like that though. But like, no, not going out to the bars like every night on the weekend.
I scrap too much at bars. I get, I don't know if it's like a self-esteem thing or
Oh,
something.
dude, I'm
but
past that.
I am, but I also get pissed off at
Also,
people.
too many dudes know shit nowadays.
Yeah,
That's my
that
whole thing
is-
with fighting. Is like
Get your ass
They
I
know-
think
off.
that I
They
think
know how
that
to-
I can I'll
it's
be
in.
fine.
Yeah.
But some dudes are like, there's a lot of dudes that do their jujitsu or do some sort of fighting. I'm not trying to get beat up and fucking, in the bathroom of a fucking bar. Like, I'm
Yeah.
29 years old. I can't be doing that.
Well, usually,
That can't be the optic that's fucking put
Yeah.
on me.
John, you train, right?
Yeah.
Usually the guys that do know shit are trying
Aren't also saying shit. Yeah.
are trying to they're like, nah, dude, you
Yeah.
basically you don't want
De-escalate,
this
yeah.
smoke, bro.
Yeah.
And then you got me. I've trained a little bit. I've done boxing. I've done this and that, and I'm just drunk asshole. But also, I hate drunk assholes too.
Yeah.
And so I'm the justice warrior trying to fight the drunk assholes. And I don't do it, man.
I feel like I'm
That's
pretty.
weird. That's weird. Because how old are you? What, 33?
35.
35? Oh, fuck.
God damn.
No, because like that's how I used to be when I was younger. But the older I've gotten, the more mellow I've gotten.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, but I don't go to the bars. And
Yeah,
that's
because you
how
have
that's how
Two kids in a
yeah,
way.
but that's how I've solved that problem. When I go, I'm just instantly annoyed with trying to get to the bar to get the attention of the bartender. I got fucking
Yeah, that's
high and
fair.
tight over here, fucking being an asshole, you know.
Well, that's exactly why we go to like
Mulligans.
Las Molinas or Mulligans.
Because
you don't deal with this stuff over there.
Okay.
Mulligans will have dudes, if they are Marines, they're like our
Yeah.
peer
Yeah.
group.
They know what's up.
Yeah.
You know,
They
so
know how
they're
to
not
act in
they're not
public.
like they're not
They don't
like
act
it's
like
not
idiots.
like you know goodies or JDs where like they're just like anything
outriggers.
that anything will
Dude,
put
you
them
wanna go
off.
fight a Lance Corporal, find yourself at Goodies.
Yeah,
dude.
for sure.
I
Remember that?
Guaranteed.
Wait, were you there that night at Outriggers when some dude was trying to fight you in camp? He was like,
Oh
camp?
yeah, no, he was trying to fight Camp. And
yeah,
I
it was like
"Camp,
completely
bro."
unprovoked. It's like,
Yeah.
the dude thought Camp was the dude
Camp
he
was
was
gonna
trying to
beat his
fight.
ass.
They're like, it's not gonna end well.
Camp was literally gonna beat the
Yo,
shit
one
out
time,
of that guy.
dude, one time I was a fucking PFC in the barracks, and I'm trying to go to bed. My blinds are shut. People are partying. I was like, I don't want to deal with any senior. I don't want to fucking talk to anyone. And it's like fucking 1 a.m, and I hear these screaming and yelling, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I open up my blinds, and I'm like peeking through, and I see somebody on the football field across from our barracks, and there's like a fucking circle of dudes. And I'm like, so I open up the door, I peek out, you know, none of my seniors are on the catwalk, so I'm like, all right, it's safe to go out. So I go out and I'm just watching these dudes. I'm on the 4th deck, so I have a good point of view to the football field. There's a circle of dudes, and these dudes are brawling. These dudes are getting after it on the football field, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then they start walking towards the barracks, and it's fucking Camp. He had just fucking torched this dude on the football field, and then just walked back to the barracks. And I was like, yeah, that dude's. I don't want to fuck with that guy.
Yeah, dude. Their 81s were always in that,
Dude, rowdy,
that platoon.
bro.
Oh,
Rowdy.
remember what was that black dude's name?
What's in there? I was just gonna say something about him. You know, I forget what his.
That dude was always trying.
That
to
dude was
fight.
nuts, bro.
Hold on, something on that. When I was in 1-7, 81s was a weird bunch.
They're always
they always
weird.
are.
Carnies,
Are
bro.
they
Yeah.
always
Fucking
weird?
carnies.
Was it that in
Yeah.
5th Marines? Like what?
Yeah.
1-5,
Weird, bro.
right?
Every 81
2-6.
platoon is a bunch of nasty
Yeah.
things.
They're a bunch of fat, nasty things.
What
like,
is with that? Why? How do they
You know,
hand select
it's
all these
because-
dudes? Like you're going to be a mortarman. You know what? You're going to be a heavy mortarman, and then they fuck everything
And you're
up
gonna
on.
be weird.
It's
Yeah.
because they have the biggest. Dude, there's nothing that you can do about having 85 grunts in the same platoon.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, one section is
Whatever
a
the
fucking
loadout
lot.
for a.
60 dudes are cool.
yeah.
Yeah, but they
81s
also
are
only
always
have like
fucking
9
weird.
dudes in their section.
Is
Yeah.
it? Is,
81s has like literally like 2 platoon size in
One
one
section
platoon.
is an entire platoon.
Yeah.
Or 81s.
Yeah.
okay, that might be it. It might just be too many people.
It's too many people.
Too many cooks.
They're just like, yeah, dude, let's fuck her. He's like, yeah.
Dude, they're rowdy. Bro, when I was on the 31st, we were in my section was in the berthing with the 81 section, and these dudes would call out a name like every once in a while, would call out a name, and whoever's name got called, they would like pull a fucking name out of a hat or something, and whoever's name would get called, they would get this dude, pin him to the ground, and then they would get somebody butt ass naked and then put their fucking dick and balls in the dude's face. Like, hold this dude down.
See, 81s.
See?
That sounds
And I would
kinda
be
gay.
like, what are you guys doing? That is
I think that is gay.
It's borderline.
Pretty sure,
borderline.
dude.
speaking of gay, I was at Costco, and Sam met me at Costco, and we had to get some things the other day. And there was these, you know, the Jehovah Witness or the Mormon or whoever they were walking around, and I seen them walking up to me, and we had just loaded the car, and Sam got in her car, and I was unfortunately outside of my vehicle. And they said, hey, would you like to talk about the Christ in church on Sunday?
Little Christy boy.
And I said, they said, would you like to talk about Christ? And I said, hey, I'm gay. I'm gay. I don't know if this is going to work out, guys. And then they were just like, oh,
Have you tried not being
okay.
gay?
and they were like, all
Changing
right,
your mind.
see you later. They just said, see you later. I said, okay.
At least
See you
they're
later.
nice about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like they judged me too hard. I'm not gay for anybody that watches this.
Why you have to? What,
Allegedly.
if you were, if you're secure in your
I'm
sexuality, you
pretty
wouldn't
damn
have to.
secure too.
You wouldn't have to fucking, say that.
Yeah, whatever.
Fucking Cameron, dude. It makes for a good podcast when we all fuck with our phones.
Toss me one of them heaters.
Yeah, I'll take a heater.
Who's on their phone?
You and John.
I got a
You were
text.
too.
I got a text from one of my junior Marines.
So I think
Junior
we all,
Marines.
Well,
have Toyotas except for this gay boy over
Yeah,
there.
dude, no, some
Bro, I
way.
thought you were gonna buy a
No, so yeah, that's a plan.
Tacoma.
However,
How about you not buy a fucking mid-sized truck being a fucking grown
Yeah,
man?
buy a 4Runner.
No, dude, the
Yeah,
fifth-
Forerunner
It's the same thing as a Tacoma. What are you talking about?
But it's an
Whoa,
SUV,
whoa,
though. It's not a
whoa.
mid-sized truck, though.
Yeah.
Same what?
It's not a mid-sized
The-
truck. It's just a four.
The, the new Tundras.
Here, if everyone's smoking one, let
They're
me get
dope.
one of those.
those are
They're
caught
dope.
my eye for sure.
What?
I was,
The new Tundras.
Oh
Dope.
my god, dude!
But I'm just waiting
Don't
till-
battling
even
between a
start me,
4Runner
bro.
and a Tundra.
I think you made the right call because I've heard not great things about the iForce engine and the
the i4 Max.
whatever, the hybrid fucking V6.
Sounds cool. Does sound cool.
Yeah, but you have the reason they haven't changed this fucking thing is because it's one of the most. I follow this guy, he's Toyota mechanic. He's some like fucking Middle Eastern dude, but
Checks out.
he's a Toyota mechanic and he has his own channel. And he's like, I never see.
Terrorist?
Yeah, probably. I never see 4Runners in my shop because there's nothing ever wrong with
Dude,
them.
I love mine, bro. My uncle
I'll
has
be able to run this thing to fucking
Into the
500,000
dirt, bro.
miles, dude.
my uncle
600, whatever,
Yeah.
dude. $1 million.
My uncle has
Live a
the
little.
same 4Runner as me, a 2004, and he's at like fucking 360,000 miles.
Good
And my dad, well, my stepdad has the 04 Tundra, but the same engine,
Yeah.
obviously just in the truck version, same engine, V8, everything. He's also got like 300,000 miles on it, still running like a thing. And I'm at 216,000.
They don't die, bro.
I
I
saw
did
this thing
blow the
somewhere
engine in my truck, though.
that the only two car brands that are going to be left after whatever is going to be Tesla and Toyota.
Well,
Dude,
apparently Tesla's doesn't patent their technology.
Oh, that's
They'll-
nice of them.
They'll like sell it to you.
Microsoft.
So my whole thing is talks were that Toyota and Tesla were going to collab.
Oh, that's
I was
kinda
like, dude,
badass.
that's what I want. I love my Tesla, but also I like my RAV4 more. It's basically the same vehicle, same shape and size, everything. It's just a better ride. Fucking
What RAV4 do you have?
off-road, TRD off-road,
What year?
2020.
Is it the hybrid?
No,
Oh, okay.
dude. I had to get something fixed. The roof was leaking, and they gave me a new RAV4, like whatever base model, like cloth seats. It has the engine cut off. Have you ever dealt with a vehicle with that shit?
Oh, we're
You stop at a red light
Yeah,
and the
Oh
engine
yeah,
cuts
that
off?
that's
is.
really
I don't like
annoying.
that.
Hate that.
You can turn it off
Hate
though,
it,
right?
Yeah.
But every time, I don't,
Every
you have
time
to
you
get in
turn
the
it
car
on,
and
you
turn
have
it
to turn it
off.
on.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't
It's
think
weird.
it helps.
I don't know how much it could
So,
save.
What's the difference between the TRD off road and the Pro?
I
It's probably like cosmetic type shit or what?
well, the RAV4 doesn't have a pro model.
But for like for the
For the
4Runner. Yeah.
I think the Pro comes with different suspension.
Fox.
Yeah, so it comes with Fox suspension on it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's pretty much it. Because I got the TRD Off-Road Premium.
Yeah.
So it's the middle between just the regular off-road and the Pro. So I get
it's like a
the
good happy
I get like
medium.
TRD Pro seats, and I get the speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it really is.
The key fob, push to start. It's got the TRD skid plates on it underneath.
It really is.
And I think it comes with different wheels and tires too.
Yeah.
okay.
No, cosmetics
Yeah.
and the Fox shocks
Yeah.
is like really
That's
it. Yeah. It comes with just things right off the bat. Like it comes with a roof cradle, which I don't like.
Yeah, that too.
It comes
That
with
thing right there?
No, it's
No,
a different one.
no.
It's like a half U.
Yeah,
Or a
it's
U.
it's
Yeah.
quite ugly. Yeah, just trim beads and bezels, here and there.
And you're paying
Drivetrain's
probably a
still the
couple
same?
$1,000s more.
Oh yeah.
oh, $10,000
Good
more.
lord, yeah.
And
All
their
right, so
financing's different.
This is good to know because I'm probably gonna wait till I get out, move to Texas. I'm gonna trade in one of the vehicles.
Yeah.
But I want to keep my Civic because that thing, like,
Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna run it to the fucking ground.
Paid off, right?
Yeah,
And you're
100%.
Mexican too, so
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
need to.
yeah,
I just need
yeah.
to slam it and fucking
you have to have.
Yeah, you got to
Civic.
murder.
cam the wheels out.
Yeah.
All I hear when you drive by is "I'm gay, I'm gay."
Gay.
Hey, someone's got to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was like Mason's car.
Oh, dude. Speaking of fucking idiots, not.
He's a great guy. What
No,
are you talking?
sorry.
Yeah, I'm fucking mongoloid.
No, love Mason death.
Hey,
but,
let's get me into a fight again. Let's go.
No,
I
no.
was actually just thinking about. Remember when you fought? When we were getting ready to go to Afghanistan.
Oh,
you
yeah.
fought-
No, it's
It
when
was
we're
on the
coming
way
back.
back.
We're coming back to the States.
We're going home.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, it was
Yeah,
in
that-
front of First Sergeant.
Yeah,
and
dude,
the
Corey
Yeah.
didn't give a shit.
Oh,
He's like, go. He's
yeah.
like, do it.
He was about
What
it.
was that about? Why did you guys?
Dude,
Who was it?
he's
Fucking bitch.
great.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you don't. It's not your channel.
It's me saying it.
So he's sitting there like eating a fucking orange or grapefruit and like throwing like peels and like spitting seeds like basically by my feet. And pretty respectfully, I was like, "Hey man, can you like do that somewhere else? Like not right in front of me?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, haha." And I was like, "Nah, dude, like for real."
No, seriously, like.
And
stop that.
I don't know what about that was confusing. I was like, the third time, I was like, "Hey motherfucker, like I'm gonna fucking whatever blah 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 threat." And he's like, "What?" And so I grabbed him by the collar and like pushed him back and smacked whatever out of his hand and made a scene and
I remember that.
Yeah, Corey didn't give a shit. He's like, well, he's like, do it. He's like, drop blast right now.
Yeah, that one came out of nowhere. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on over
I
there?"
have a temper. I tried to see mental health, but they're like, "We're booked."
You got to talk to
You gotta deal
Orion,
with it,
bro.
man.
Hey, they're like, hey, that's
Figure it out.
sounds like a personal problem. He hates to see it.
Yeah, that's not service related. So
Yeah,
No, but it was
right.
that one kid
Right,
from
nice.
Cat Red that had all the like the super nice cars, and he would always wreck them.
that dude was such
What
a
was his
fucking
name?
the dude with
Gay
the
guy.
red sunglass, or not the red sunglass, the red rimmed.
Yeah.
Oh, gay boy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
kind of gay or whatever
One
his
of
name
them.
is.
With that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though.
BRZ.
Yeah,
With straight
like,
pipe.
he
And
right.
started up at like 7 a.m. on
Yeah.
Saturday morning
Yeah.
to go to his little car meets. Oh,
Yeah, so
God.
weird that someone smashed his shit. That's so weird.
Yeah,
It's crazy to think.
he
about.
deserved that
I've seen
though.
him actually. It's funny. At Swallows, they do the Swallows Days or whatever it is. In Dana
Yeah.
Point. He works at Swallows.
Oh,
we walked
fuck
in.
no.
Yeah, we walked in, and I seen this kid, and I like look at him. He looks at me, and he looks away, and I was like, I remember you.
I know
I just
you.
don't know what your name is. Why are you working here?
a lot of those dudes got out.
Yeah, Jen works at Mulligan's.
Jen, the
Dude,
Chinese
yeah.
spy.
He like walked up to our table, and I'd seen him when we
When?
walked in. When we were there last.
Jen.
Jen.
He got out. Or
No, he's
just-
still in. He's about to
Oh.
get out. He's going back to Alaska. But
Oh, okay.
He's RBE.
he like walked up
dude.
to our table and acted like he didn't know me. I'm like, are you fucking serious? I like grabbed him by the arm, like, Jen, it's Weldon. He's like, oh, what's up? How's it going? I'm like,
I didn't know that.
Like,
I
what are you
didn't see him.
ignoring me for? Huh?
I didn't see him at all.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure
Jen, fucking guy.
Macklemore and Connell they stayed in.
They're
Macklemore-
Macklemore's still in.
Macklemore hit me up about coming to SOI.
Yeah.
Good for
Yeah,
him.
I liked him.
Yeah, Macklemore's
yeah, he's a good piece of gear.
I just remember we were bullying him that one day after we did that stupid Reg run. We were getting drunk outside your room. Like you can be,
Yeah.
like, you can stop being a fucking
That was on the
pussy with your
birthday.
boots. Yeah.
Dude, I
Yeah.
was fucked. That was a good ass birthday.
That was a fun one.
Holy shit,
That was a fun one.
dude, that was wild.
What, the last one?
Yeah, remember when we did
That
that
was like 2
regimental
years ago.
run?
Yeah.
And then we got
Yeah.
back to the barracks. It was like 8:38.
We went
Yeah,
all the
like
way to
9
Mateo to
a.m.
go buy beer.
Dude, I had no
Yeah.
idea what was going on.
When I
I-
yelled at that dude to put his hat on, remember that?
Yeah, that kid was all dicked up though.
Yeah.
Like, he looked. Oh man, that's bad.
Yeah, he was like, he was all
he was
picked
so
up.
mad.
Rod, you were still around. I think you like text me like, "Hey, wear green on green." I'm like, "All right, whatever." You're like, no, corpsmen are supposed to wear like blue and gold. Whatever the fuck corpsmen wear."
Yeah.
I'm like, "All right, fine." And I'm out there. It's like a huge battalion formation and PT uniform. And like I see dudes walking around in like their dress blues, like their fucking blood stripe bottoms. I was like, "What's up with the fancy Fridays? What's going on?" You're like, "Yo, it's the Marine Corps birthday." I was like, "Ah, shit, that's right." And I was fucking with Hobbs. I was like, "Yeah, dude, they're doing breathalyzers today." 'Cause I heard him. I heard him bragging about taking shots in the morning. I'm like, "What an idiot! Why would he take a shot this morning?" I didn't think about the Marine Corps birthday.
Spencer texted me randomly a couple weeks ago because over where I work we had this kid, a Make-A-Wish Foundation kid. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get it.
Yes, it's Hobbs.
And they had like a 240 out, so I was like showing the kid like how to, what it is, and they took a picture and he sends me a screenshot. I was like, hey man, I was like, good to see you're like doing great stuff, blah blah. I was like, I don't mean to be an asshole, but like, who is this? He's like, oh, he's like, it's Hobbs. I was like, oh fuck man.
You are an asshole, yeah.
Apparently, he's trying to go to like MIT or some shit like that.
He's doing good shit.
Yeah.
He got out. I think he's like a biomed tech, basically, like setting up medical equipment.
Him and Madison live together up in Boston.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't know who Madison is.
He's a fucking loser.
He's an old RO.
Oh no, you don't.
Yeah, anybody that's not Cameron Rambo
yeah,
is just a
you do.
loser, right?
That's not true. I think you're a pretty cool guy.
Thanks, man. Oh, dude, I got beef with you though.
Yeah, let's hear it.
You got a bone to pick?
I got a bone to pick, dude. I remember at the Chow Hall.
Where?
Granted, I know
Where?
I know at a certain point y'all were sick of just me like, yeah, I know a guy. I have this story, I have that story. But I was like, a specialist in the Army is automatic promote to E4. It's nothing special. As well as a corporal is like a slap in the face. They're saying you're not ready for sergeant, but we're going to make you an NCO. They get treated like shit, and it's actually kind of a bad thing to be a corporal. And you turn around in your chair, and it's a bunch of like PFCs, which is E3s, and you're just like, hey, what's the difference between a specialist and a corporal? Do you respect a corporal? And they're like, yes, we respect everyone. You're like, see, you're dumb. And I'm like, but
Is this in Horno?
no, this is on
No,
deployment.
Beering.
Oh,
Because granted, like we quit eating chow, right? Like y'all would just like peace out. I could tell we're all like sick of each other.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I always had a story. y'all were tired of me like always knowing a guy, but you like punked me in front of a bunch of Army dudes, and like I just had to bite my lip because I couldn't call my buddy. But I want to call my buddy like right now, hook it up to this, and be like, yo, tell me about fucking specialist.
No, the
and a
thing is,
corporal.
the specialist,
It's automatic.
it's automatic, but the corporal in the Army, you have to be in like a leadership billet. And
Yes.
that was what I was getting at, is if you're a corporal, you're looked at, I know they're both E4s, but they're looked at in a higher regard than a specialist.
But what I was told by the medics I work with and by my buddy who was a crew chief in the Army was basically you're a specialist that's not ready to be a sergeant leader, but they're going to utilize you as a leader in certain aspect and like lat move you over to be a corporal, where it's like
That's what I was saying. Like if you go to corporal immediately, then you don't have, you just automatically go to their sergeant. But if you're a specialist, they might put you over to corporal, and then you have to go to sergeant, is what I was saying.
Dude, it just seems like,
It's a lot, though.
yeah.
I think it's a
waste of
slap.
time.
I think it's a slap in the face to be promoted to corporal.
No, I think it's a slap in the face.
But
to
you
be
can be
And I
promoted
think
to
that's where we
specialist.
disagree,
Sergeant
and that's where you
specialist.
embarrass me and a bunch of fucking Army dudes.
I didn't embarrass you. I just asked a question
They
because
were
we had
reservists.
Army
It's
dudes.
No, you're like,
it's
see,
not-
you always have something shit to say, and you're fucking wrong.
Was this in Kuwait?
We had Army dudes that probably knew a little bit more than a bunch
They
of
were fucking boots.
And reservists.
Who's not
National
a boot?
Guard.
You know, who's not a boot?
Dude, I wanted to fucking blast myself in Kuwait, dude. I hated that place
That
so
was rough.
fucking much.
That was rough.
Well, also we were in the same fucking room, and we had to see each other. So everyone hated
however,
everyone.
at least we had AC in those fucking rooms.
Yeah, that is true.
Those
We
tents
got
sucked ass.
we got pretty hooked up.
I didn't mind.
I mean, our tent spot was
I didn't mind the sniper hooch.
our first.
Yeah, the first
that
tent one
dope.
was not bad. But when we were with 81, that
Oh,
was
bro.
Oh, that was
fucking
dude. Yeah, I got talked to.
Oh, yeah, by
Campanella.
camp.
Yeah.
Campanella always fucking
Yeah.
doing some wild shit.
That's
That's the
camp.
Because
homie.
81s was doing some dumbass like vampire ops bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were doing some wild shit.
And
Again, 81, man.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy motherfuckers.
he
Comes full
talked to
circle.
me, and
I don't have any more alcohol. That's not good.
Drink
I'll say
a.
I got. I'll
take
make
one
you
of the tall
bloody,
boys.
dude. You want Bloody Mary?
What'd you say?
I'll make you Bloody Mary.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only alcohol we got, so beggars can't be choosers, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock a piss.
Yeah.
Beat you guys to it.
Three,
Just
two, one,
be
pause.
ultra careful, please.
With what?
Walking. Yeah. You can move those bags.
Would you mind making me one too?
Yeah, I got you, bud. Hey, John. Go buff. Say, I bet you he has 3 glasses in his.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta mix it up. The vodka separates. What?
You gotta agitate a little bit.
Make his super strong so he's on the floor.
Oh yeah, dude. I gotta be in Dole. I gotta start school tomorrow.
We can talk while they're.
Yeah, we can still do that. Do this thing.
You do school, man?
Yeah, dude. So I got my associates, subtle flex.
Congrats.
Really, thank you. So I was going to Purdue, and they offer like this program for military where they take like they maximize the amount of credits that you have for JST. And so I got my associates. I was like, all right, like, you know, how long till I get my bachelor's? Like 2027. I was like, yeah, I'm starting all over again. Like, what the fuck? So I put a pause on that. Then I applied to National University, and I start with them tomorrow. It's only 4-week classes, so it's super nice. 10 weeks.
Put this by old gay boy over there.
Take a sip. It's a tax.
Yeah. It's a heavy one, so you'll be doing them a favor.
But, yeah, I'm stoked to start school again.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to be
I
excited
don't mind
about
it.
something.
I mean, it's online. I prefer online instead of, like, going in person. My wife goes to Maricosta. Dude, some of the shit that she tells me is like, I would not. It wouldn't be good if I went there.
Yeah, I went to community college in Oregon, about 45 minutes outside.
Mm-hmm.
I legit got a little paranoid, like someone's going to shoot somebody. Just about, like, the weirdness. I remember, like, reading, like, please read us the first paragraph of your essay aloud in class.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Subtle flicks.
And,
Rambo. The 2-1 Gunsmoke. I fuck with it.
Hey, can you see if John has, like, another glass? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, just like a glass. I can.
You have another glass? So I can put
So I can have a Bloody Mary myself.
Oh, you already put it over there? Thank
Yeah, that's for you, dog. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, dude. And it's just like, you can't, like, you say the wrong thing and you're going to get crucified.
Yeah, this was in 2016. I can't imagine now.
What are you talking about?
And that's just like me probably
Going to college.
being ignorant.
Dude, start college on December 6th, bro.
Go
Purdue,
off.
Purdue University, bro.
You doing the small group management?
No, I'm just gonna do organizational management.
Yeah. So you're starting with associates. That's what I just.
Yeah, but they're stackable. Are you doing Purdue too?
So I got my associates with them. Then I transferred over national to get my
Do you want one?
bachelor's in Homeland Security. But that's a good starting point, dude.
They also have a
It's
criminal justice
super-
one, too,
it's
for the
super
military.
fucking easy.
Yeah, my buddies were. I was telling John about it earlier, man.
There's no
It's nuts, dude. My buddy was like 10 credits off, just with
the JST.
the JST for the criminal justice degree.
So I got 55 credits for my associates before I even started.
Yeah.
So I took like 6 or 7 classes to get it. But yeah, no, Purdue's good. Like, it's a good starting point. I would be weary of the fact that it will take you a fucking long time to get your bachelor's because they're 10-week classes.
So this is something I kick around. Anytime I get on a fucking treadmill and start working out again, I'm like, I can go back to Bloods. But if I were to become a SARC,
Yeah.
I would get a bachelor's degree at the end of SOCM, which is like their little medical portion.
So you should.
Would that be like
In
you would
what?
would you be a PA or some shit?
Yeah, I'm like a PA, right?
Some sort of health. Yeah,
think
my
it's
buddy
PA.
my buddy took it and he DOR'd, got out of the military,
Coward.
and is in was it the MCAT for doctors?
No
And
idea.
is about to go to doctor school. So yeah, real coward.
Fuck, man.
What a loser.
What a loser,
He got out.
He got out, man.
Yeah.
No,
He
so-
did BRC, and
So he was like full recon.
all jump and dive was booked, and they're like, "We're gonna send you to SOCM, the one course you need to actually go to the teams or whatever the fuck they call it." So you don't need jump and dive. That's just
Cool to have.
Yeah,
yeah,
what's
you
up with
do,
you?
but you know they're not
What
really
team?
doing
Recon?
that. Recon or MARSOC.
Oh, okay.
If you get the SOCM out of the way, that's like the one pass or fail. Everything else, they'll send you back.
It's super hard though, huh?
Well, is
how
SOCM
long
like
is
their 18 Delta type stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
They all go to the same course though, right?
Yes.
Like throughout the branches
Oh, okay.
for
So
medics or corpsmen.
That's what the 18 Deltas do. All those dudes over in that place we were at went to that. But as far as
Oh,
like
shit.
great.
What is it?
Hello?
Okay.
Are you back? Would you do me a favor? No?
hasn't even asked.
Would you run up some beers? Please? It's up the street.
And can she go to Dana Point and get more Bloody Mary? No.
Dude, just get some Clamato, man. Same thing.
It's on the same street.
Perfect podcast. It's a good moment. I kind of like being in this.
Yeah, it does smell like
We're literally in the middle of the
smoking the
podcast.
reefer.
I'm literally being recorded
your
talking to you
cops,
on the phone.
your cop spidey sense.
And I have like 30
when
fucking beers
we
in the
mentioned,
house.
hey, can you pull the microphone away while you're on the phone?
Idiot.
Do you feel like you're like, because we're like, we can get flavor vapes down the street, and you're like, how's that possible? Do you feel like you're like becoming a cop on like, in that aspect?
No, dude, I'm still the same person.
No, I know you're still the same person, but like the rules kind of stick out to you more. Is that?
Well, no, I only said that one because it's very apparent, or it's obvious, or everybody knows in the state of California,
Yeah,
when it was
you
like
can't-
January, you can't
yeah,
buy
you can't
flavored
buy flavored
tobacco.
It's
vapes.
only like the 7-Eleven and the gas stations that adhere to it. If it's like
the
a
smoke
liquor
sh-
store or smoke shop, they're fucking selling
Oh,
it.
really?
we went to-
Yeah, I had no idea.
I went to a smoke shop. It's been a couple months, and we were asking about it. They're like, yeah, they found a loophole. You can buy them online, order them online, and then you pick them up.
Oh,
But
we did
then-
that shit when we were in Australia, because like in Australia you can't buy chewing tobacco. It's like, I don't know if it's illegal to have out there, but they can't sell it. And so we found a website that would ship us logs out to Australia. And that was another thing too, is like you couldn't get every package that we got into the country.
Would it have to get checked?
Yeah.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So I don't know how we ended up getting it, but it was, imagine that, the corpsmen who figured it out, and they would
Crazy.
advertise it on their windows of what they had, just fucking taking money away
Upselling it.
from Marines, dude. Taking advantage of Marines.
And fentanyl patches.
Wow.
Fentanyl patches.
Fentanyl
Wow.
patches.
Yeah, y'all never heard about that?
No.
There used to be a lot of shit that was less regulated for corpsmen. And then some corpsmen put like 5 fentanyl patches on after like a 2-day fucking shift on ship and just like OD'd in
Did
his
he
bed.
wake up?
Good for him.
He did. He survived. We're like, where do you get these fentanyl patches? And I'm like, yeah, he just has access to them as a corpsman. And so they put it behind something called a Pixis or like a login thing.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, dude, you fucking fuck it up for everybody, man. I could be a millionaire. When I was in 1-7, our corpsman used to sell steroids. He was a chemist.
They're vitamin packs.
Did he make them himself?
Yeah, he make them himself. And
Oh,
then,
dude, that's pure goodness.
yeah, his name was Darnell. He was this monster. He had like what was the dude from
Darnell.
007 with the braces? He looked like Jaws. His name was Jaws. He had these fucking braces. He's this ogre motherfucker. And they kept telling him he had a package at the post office on base. And he's like, I live out in town. I don't have a package.
Oh, they're trying to get him.
They did. And so he went and finally picked up this package, and like NCIS swarmed on him. They're like, oh, we got you. And so I'm like getting out. I'm like, dude, I thought you like got in trouble. He's like, I'm fighting it. I'm past my EAS. I'm going to make so much money because it was all bullshit. They don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But like, I remember buying steroids from him. Like, I mean,
Allegedly.
Man, I would like one steroid.
yeah,
Just one, please.
one
Don't
pack
get
of
out of here.
steroids. I don't know. I'm on TRT, dude. I like it.
Yo,
I
did
don't
you get on
fuck
that
around with
through
that stuff.
the military?
No, I tried. They got all mad. They got real mad.
The fuck?
I just out in town.
I was
through a
talking
doctor.
to I was talking to some corpsmen at work, and I was like, yeah, I'm like, what if I get tested out in town and bring it in? He's like, will they then provide it? He's like, yeah. He's like, they should.
You have to be under 300.
Yeah,
and I'm at
really.
358, and they're like, well,
Yeah, same with me. I was at like 340 or something.
Did you get tested out in the military, or?
I did it through the VA. Like after I got out and I went and set up my VA health benefits,
Yeah.
they did a blood panel, and I had them check. And she's like, "Well, we'll check it, but we're probably not going to do anything with it." And so I got my results back, and like I was like, "Yeah, like a 340 or whatever." And they're like, "Yeah, your levels are fine," but there's
Yeah,
dudes that
fine
are
by,
out
like,
there
a
at like
hair.
700, 800.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Fuck, dude."
Yeah.
Well, I asked the provider at work. He was enlisted. He was a Green Star Corpsman enlisted. Then he commissioned. Great guy.
I think I know who you're talking about. Anyway, keep
Yeah,
going.
Anyway, I was like, hey, I'm like, what about this? He's like, well, are you doing this because you want to see where your levels are at and you're on stuff? Or I'm like, no, I'm like, I just want to like check where they're at. He's like, okay. He's like, I get a lot of dudes that come in here because they're on gear and, they just want to see where the levels are at. So that I tell them to go pound sand. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
It's extremely affordable out in town.
Yeah, it
And-
is.
And so I was going along doing it, thinking I'm getting out, and wound up being able to re-enlist. I was like, oh, well,
Plot twist.
yeah. I need to probably do this legit. I went to a real doctor. He prescribed it to me, and I talked to my IDC. I was like, hey, they took my blood after I've been on it for 8 weeks, and they said I have a clotting factor, and I need to get, like, approved by my doctor to, like, keep going. But I'm in this weird, like, doing it outside of the military. And she was like, no big deal. This is easy. I can prescribe it to you. But, yeah, let's run this test. And she referred me to urology, who prescribes it as well. And that dude was like, oh, no, dude, 358, you're good. I was like, oh, wait, what? And then they sent me to endocrinology, a fucking hormone doctor. It was this female in Balboa. And she was, like, offended I was on testosterone.
What the fuck?
She was talking about her transgender fucking patients. And I was just like... And then at the end, she's like, if you continue, you'll get Adcept. And I was just like, okay.
So how does that work? Like, let's say...
So, yeah.
You know, I get it prescribed downtown. I bring it to the military. You know, but you can't find that on a piss test, right?
No.
Like on a 7-panel.
Right, no.
But if I disclose it, I'm like, hey, like...
Yeah, so I did wind up...
prescribed. It's legal.
Yeah. So I talked to the urologist afterwards who sent me to the endocrinologist. And he's just like, yeah, man, you shouldn't be on that stuff. And he thought it was off. And I am basically off now because I'm going to Italy. I don't know how that's going to work. But I was like, yo, she mentioned, like, she seemed pissed and mentioned Adcept. He's like, do not worry about it. The only person that would write you up for that would be me. Don't worry about it. You thought you were doing the right thing. Everything went through
the proper channel.
Yeah,
So.
I'm not going to my street farm to Jose down the street, right?
Good guy.
I'm
good guy, know
going.
him well.
Whoa.
So
Could be a Michael.
Hey,
Could be a Michael. Don't have to
don't
be
honor
Jose.
plug here.
A lot of complected individual.
yeah, but it's extremely affordable, and I felt great. But I am having thinning hair, and I'm hoping when I fully come off of it, because I'm on a tapered dose now, that my hair will come back.
How's your balls?
Great, dude. I'm also horny as fuck. My wife hates it.
Dude, that's what I'm trying to get on, bro.
The Jordan, our buddy Jordan, was doing peptides too. And
He does all the shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does all of it.
Super good dude.
More names
Yeah.
after
Good
bleep.
Yeah. He does the peptides, and he was like, yeah, man, like I threw my back out. I got on those peptides, and like almost instantly I started feeling better. He's like, I feel fucking great now.
Well,
He got the
he got a
VA,
little
didn't
bit.
he?
He was a little bit. No, he did
No?
all out in town. That's
Oh,
that's
okay.
why I know it's so affordable, because that's what he was saying. But yeah, he did that. He got on some testosterone, and then they gave him peptides as well. And he's like,
I think almost all males should be on testosterone.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
now, granted, we're all doing things here that are lowering our testosterone, drinking alcohol, tobacco, and then I don't know about y'all's sleep, but my sleep's not
my
great.
sleep's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I
I
sleep
sleep
like
fucking
dog shit.
9:15. I'm trying to keep my eyes open, bro.
And you're probably less stressed now that you're not full active duty. Would you agree? Or because of the
No.
academy, you're stressed?
Complete opposite.
You're stressed?
Yeah, yeah.
So that affects it a lot.
Yeah, but I have but yes, and I knew that was going to be like that, and that's why I focused so heavily on having a good sleep
Yeah.
schedule.
I feel like
which
I'm
definitely
fine now.
helps.
You probably are. And, that's what they were saying. Like, dude, the urologist was saying, like, dudes get testicular cancer, we amputate their testicles, and they still have testosterone. And that was his warning, is like, testosterone feeds cancer. I'm like, yeah, I don't have cancer, though. I'm taking a minimal dose
Yeah, it's
to
not like
get
you're
me up
blasting
to a
Tren.
20-year-old level. I wasn't doing good things. I don't know if I ever told you this, but there was a point after deployment, I almost text you like, dude, I need to take like 2 weeks of leave. I am fucking burnt out. I hate this shit. I'm not taking care of myself. I was drinking a lot. Things at home weren't great. But I cleaned all that up, so I'm curious at like where my testosterone level is now that I'm not on it. We'll find out when I'm in Italy, but yeah, you do all the bad things, you're going to get bad testosterone. But if you're a healthy dude, you can sleep good, don't do bad things like eat fast food, smoke, drink. It will go up, and then you can take ashwagandha and a couple other things.
So I've tried that, and also I tried taking Alpha Brain.
I have that.
Dude,
I'm on it too.
Alpha Brain put me into like a weird funk. Like I was like neutral, like
Yeah, I have
no
that too.
emotions, and I stopped taking it because I just didn't like how I was feeling, because I didn't feel any emotions. I was like, what? I'm like, that's probably not good.
I was taking it for a while too,
Yeah.
and I stopped because I didn't know if it was working. And since I've stopped taking it, I feel like it was working, and I just didn't know. So I might actually start taking it again.
I think it had like a reverse effect on me because it's like more clear mind, focus, blah, blah, which I was like really focused. But
I feel like much spacier off of it.
I felt super space.
Like I
when
couldn't
I was on
focus. I couldn't fucking
like
pay attention.
I don't know what the main ingredient is, but fish oil is super good for your brain, and it's also good for people with bipolar. I'm not saying anyone has bipolar, but like that's a big thing for people with that is like, dude, you need good nutrients, and fish oil is great for the brain.
Yeah.
And for your joints.
Yeah.
And for your joints.
and for
bro.
your
And for the
eyesight.
joints.
And your hair.
And your hair.
It's an all around good vitamin, man.
It's just good,
It's a
dude.
win-win.
You just
Vitamin packs.
When you take fish oil, though, you just taste fish all day.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have fish burps. You never have fish burps when you.
Oh yeah, that's
I don't
smart.
know.
It
I
sucks.
don't.
I hate that.
I'll buy vitamins. I'll do the GNC thing, but not through GNC. I'll go in. I'll buy all the vitamins. and,
Costco, the
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just
vitamin gummies.
I feel like I'm just
I think
not good
those.
at taking the shit.
Yeah,
Like
that's-
I'll want to do it.
I'm bad at
I'll
that.
want to do it, but
Same.
then I forget to take it.
I'll burn out halfway.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, "Hey, do you want to get colostrum?" That's like the things that babies get for like brain development first thing when they're breastfeeding. I was like, "No." She's like, "Why not?" I was like, "I'm assuming it's cow colostrum, right?" She's like, "Yeah, it's not from a breastfeeding mother." I was like,
That'd be a little weird.
"It would be. You can buy it."
Knock on your neighbor's door.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Hey, can I get some
can I get
milk?
some breast milk?
But I just know myself so well. I have all these great things in my medicine cabinet. I get halfway through and I stop.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
really bad at that.
I like
I'm
to get better
impatient.
though.
I like to see results right away.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the.
I do the
tough part.
same
You gotta
thing.
wait it out.
Testosterone.
Yeah.
It's great. I
I
love
want
it.
to. I want to see what. I've never done it. I've never got the little blood panel. I want to see what my testosterone.
It's what, like $100 to get like a blood panel in town?
Yeah, something like that.
Where I go, it's a lot more expensive. But
I mean, that's just like arbitrary numbers I was throwing
yeah,
out.
you can do like a spit test and certain things to
No,
like
I'm trying
check
to
your
do, like,
testosterone.
blood.
Yeah, I could tell you where to go. It's great.
Yeah.
They're fucking good
I
people.
can do it for you here. You just want to go jizz in a cup?
Yeah, dude. I'll suck it out for you, brother.
We'll find your levels.
Shit. Oh, we're getting weird. I like it. No,
Alright.
I also heard. I mean,
All right.
it's common knowledge. The placenta, a lot of women like turn into like pills.
Eat it.
Yeah, you can do
Fry it up
it.
on the
dude,
grill.
yeah. I've heard of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
fry it
you're
up
not
on the old grill.
You're not supposed to fry it up. But
All right,
Oh, I can't put it in seed
The old
oils.
Traegers.
Smoke it.
yeah, I got a meat thermometer, dude.
Yeah, it's been on there for the last 6 hours. We're about to have a nice,
fired in
nice tender placenta.
No, you can dehydrate it, put it into pills, or you can have a smoothie.
So what are the
Well, that just makes
the
me-
good, what's the good about it besides
So
packed nutrients
for
and all that
them, it's
nonsense?
supposed to be for the women, but
Yeah.
some people get into that eating baby shit. It's supposed to help with them, give them their hormones back, and especially the pill form to help with postpartum depression because their hormones are just out of fucking whack.
Yeah, I mean,
and that shit
your
is
body just
real.
went through a lot of trauma.
Yeah,
I
that
can
shit is
imagine.
real for real.
For real.
Real for
On
real.
the cell phone.
I'm trying to get beers delivered
You
to
pass me the
us,
thing, please?
so-
Does she not know where this place is?
It's my girlfriend's mother, so probably not.
The
Wait, why were you calling her?
old vape.
She went on a walk with her mom.
Or
She's
mom
at
lives
my
over?
house right here. Yeah, she lived down the street.
Oh, nice.
Oh, shit. So
There's that NAF.
maybe we want to talk about it. Maybe we don't.
Oh Lord.
Let's talk.
On the 26th, we were drinking, having a good time. We're talking about.
The 26th.
Wait,
What?
2 years ago or last year? This
Last year?
You weren't there because
We weren't drinking
I-
it
I-
on
I-
the 26th in Afghanistan.
Sleeping, brother.
I missed you, but I met up with them, and we were at whatever bar, and we were shooting the shit.
Oh, that's right.
Talking about
so
it.
recently.
And it was weird because with Brett, I'll call him Brett, I didn't think about all the shitty stuff. I thought about talking to you and making fun of that lieutenant and talking about
Super
would
bad.
you
Zubernator,
eat
dude.
would you eat a
Dudes.
fucking full Domino's in front of all these refugees, and you're like, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
And there, so that's a weird thing. I kind of consider that combat because it was such a chaotic thing.
Very precarious situation.
And I was in Afghanistan before, and there was funny shit that happened.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember like day 2 or 3 when we stole those vehicles?
Yes.
Was it me and you?
Yeah, you.
Okay,
I
so
was
first
laying
it was
down
me and
you
the
and
skipper.
Yeah, the
And-
man himself.
Yeah, dude. And because we were at the JSOC or whatever the fuck they called that.
Yeah,
command
the
center.
fucking talk or whatever.
And we were about to go walk back to where everybody was sleeping. And I was like, hey, sir, let's just go. It's like 2 a.m. Let's
go meander.
Let's just go look around. He's like, all right. And so we find this fucking lot, dude.
It's unlocked.
And there's like
Oh, yeah.
15 Max Pros in there. And the gate is just wide open. And so I like look at him and he looks at me and I'm like, all right, let's go take a look. So we started opening a couple of the doors. There's like
Ammo.
thousands of fucking rounds of 7.62.
A bag,
A bag.
which we gave back to,
yes.
which was a dumb mistake
Yeah.
on us because Cat Red lost one of their A bags.
Man,
And full tanks of gas. We like start them up.
that
And,
pissed me off when you got written up for that.
bro, dude,
Well,
I
it was
think
it was between us three. We're like, someone's gonna take the L, and
Yeah.
Cap was like, hey, he's like, or bleep it out.
That's fine. He's out.
Yeah,
he's
he's
still in
like,
reserves. Actually, he's in my unit.
he
We're good.
him and Skipper were like, yeah, it's like someone's just has to put their name on it.
I took the fucking L
Yeah,
on
you
that.
know, that's what I'm
I
saying.
know
You took the L.
but that pissed me off because I'm in the room with y'all. Granted, I'm just some E4 corpsman in the corner, but I was like, wait, what?
Don't sell yourself short.
You are getting written up, and like, yeah, it's someone had to go down. Yeah, Cat Red lost it, but it was our gear.
You know what I think happened though is when
Change
later
over.
on in my story. So like we steal the vehicles, we go grab a couple dudes, we go take the vehicles, we stage them, and then we start using them the next day.
Yeah.
And like the day goes on, the army finds out that they were stolen.
I'll
And so
follow up with what happened there once you're done.
Find out they're stolen, and they like go and complain to our
Yeah, we have
stuff in.
we have
and
Blackbeard
he's like,
spray
"All right,
painted on the
yeah,
side. Yes.
Yeah. But when we had to give all that shit back, I think we accidentally, because there was an A bag in there, and I think we accidentally gave them back. Because I remember at one point when we had all that shit in the middle of the chow hall, we were lining it all up, and I remember somebody was like, "Is this ours or is this theirs? Or did we get it from them?" Because it was
never
like
given
brand new.
anything
It was
back.
like there's something in there. I think it was like a brand new T&E or something.
Yeah.
And I think we accidentally gave it back to them.
So with that, you and El Skipper, you guys went to go drive someone from the battalion down to the North Gate.
Is that me?
And me and the guys were hanging out at the trucks, and this Army E7 equivalent, whatever the fuck he was, he's like, "Yeah, you guys got some nice trucks." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "They're pretty nice, right?" Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you were, yeah. Blake was next to me. We were in the same truck. He's like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "They look like ours." I was like, "Nah, man." I'm like, I don't know if you could tell because I told Franco, I'm like, spray paint Blackbeard all over him. Like, I don't give a fuck. And
Hi.
you know, him and I started bullshitting this and that. And then he like goes away. Then their lieutenant comes up. He starts checking serial numbers. I
The
was like,
nerd with the
"Fuck,
fucking
dude."
clipboard.
Yeah,
The guy you were talking about actually like talked himself down. He's like, well,
Yeah.
we must have done a changeover and I wasn't tracking.
Yeah, I was playing fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. I'm like, whatever. Then the lieutenant comes over, starts checking serial numbers. He's like, yeah, that's ours. I was like, fuck. Then you and
Hold on, let me pause this
Yeah.
real quick. So when we were actually out using them, we had got battalion that came over on the net and was
I
like,
heard.
hey, where did you guys get the vehicles that you guys are using?
I don't
And
know.
I think lieutenant was like, well, I don't know, we found them. He's like, all right, well, there's somebody. I need you guys to come down to the COC. And we're like, all right, fucking
Yeah.
fine.
Well, that's
so we
what-
go
yeah, that's
down
when you
there.
guys walked
Yeah,
in.
so we go down there, and we're in the COC, and Major Suffin's like, I know you guys are doing good stuff with these, but these guys are here. There's some sergeant major that's bitching at fucking me. Like, are they what's the deal with them? We're like, I don't know. He's like, you got to give him back.
well, that's when you
Yeah, and so as we're walking back from there,
put the shit back in the truck.
I was like,
hurry up.
I like look at lieutenant. I'm like, yo, what's the worst gonna happen? Like, we just fucking say no, and he was like, fuck it, yeah, let's go. So that's when we ran over to you guys.
yeah, you're like, get the guns back
Yeah.
in. We're
That
like,
was
like, what
the fastest I've ever seen those boots fucking
yeah, dude,
work,
that was
dude.
so funny.
Dude, that was great. That was such that. You see, like you were saying, it's like the funny shit that you remember.
Yeah, there was funny times, and then like those 3 podcasts with Brett and Justin, like there was also tragic. I remember crying.
Yeah.
Like fuck. But another funny time. Well, I'll say a story and then relate it to a story. We went out doing hood rat shit, looking for vehicles.
Was that like the first couple days?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's when. Yeah, it was you, Rambo, and I.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, I disagree.
And then, but it's like, I think it was like you and me were over by like the 1-8 dudes and the green camis and shit.
Yeah.
And some like gunny or someone walks up in green camis. He's like, "Hey, you with 2-1?"
Oh, dude,
And I'm just a corpsman. Like, you know, like I'm not in charge of shit. I'm just a fucking corpsman. And I think you pipe up like, "Yeah, what's up?" And I'm like, "Dude, we're fucking done. We're roasted. Like, we're trying to steal cars." He's just like, "Hey, I know Brett. Tell him I got some shit for him. We checked all these cars. They're all locked up. We can't get into them. You might have better luck over there." I was just like, everyone's doing this.
Yeah.
And then we run into Top, dude, and fucking what's his name? And they're like, "We got these keys.
Yeah, Thomas.
We got this over here, over there. Da, da, da. These are open." And we're
He's got a ring of keys. There's like 300 keys on it, dude.
yeah. And I remember Franco's just like, "Why can't we go out?" And I was like, "Cause you're a boot."
Yeah.
Shut up, boot.
Yeah.
Sit down.
It's just the way it is. And I had to explain it to him. I was like, "You're just new, dude. These people can speak for themselves and explain things. When it's you're just like, I was told to steal." And they're like, "Well, those aren't the right words." But later on, you're in charge. And I just remember seeing the stress on you. But
On me?
on you. And you were looking for all of them. I didn't go out. And they were all doing the same shit. But you were preaching like, we need to know where everybody is, like basically to the boots. But you're
I
like,
remember
where's Rod and Cam and no. And I was just like, yeah, they're out looking for cars. And you're just like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I remember that because we run back and you're like, "Where the fuck were you guys?" They're like, "What do you mean where were we?" Like, we're fucking.
Well,
looking
those
for
first
shit.
couple days, it was like
Well, it didn't help because
we didn't have anything to do. You know, we were
Yeah.
trying to find a job, and like obviously, you put a bunch of Marines in a foreign
Wild
country and don't give them a
West.
job, dude. Like, what do you expect? You know,
Let me get one of them brewskis, dude. You fucking being all stingy for.
give them a beer, man.
Dude, he's such a fucking prick.
What are you talking about? I literally just got ice, got beer, and then I sat down. And the first thing I do when I sit down is somebody tells me to get you a beer.
They're closest to
well, it also didn't help the fact that the man himself.
Who, me?
You'll
No,
find it.
not you. Talking about Troy. He got sent back, which is
Yeah, dude.
I'm still very
I
sour
was
about that
fucking
one.
upset about that
I'm
one.
very, and it's not the fact that you weren't capable, because obviously you were. However, like,
He's been
you know,
there.
he's the man.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
That's I still say this, dude. He is me
Yeah,
10 years in the future if I stay in the Marine. Like
You two are
his
fucking
upbringing, like
two
the way
peas
he
in a
was as a
pod.
lance corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant, like literally me, and he just got away with everything.
Yeah.
You know, like his story of when he was on duty and there was that 81 boot and he fucking punched him in the face. You remember hear about that? Dude, that is the funniest fucking story, dude.
I ran
Some of
into
the
him,
shit that he would say when he was in Afghanistan as a sergeant, I'm like,
Oh,
how are you a gunny right now? How are you not court-martialed in jail?
Gunner.
I still remember
how
when
are you a gunner? Yeah, and first sergeant.
I still remember when you guys first showed up and you guys told me this story when you guys got back. You know, he had the 203 on his M4.
Yeah.
And I guess one of the dudes there that you guys were working with,
Oh,
like, tried to boot
Matt.
check him.
Yeah, I was mad.
He's like, I've used that before. And he's like, me too. It's like plenty of times.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, yeah, he was
wrong,
like,
wrong
he's
tree to
like,
bark
oh,
up.
yeah, man, I haven't used a 203 in a long time. And I was like, yeah, I got my first kill with one of these things in Iraq. Yeah, dude, that Matt dude was a fucking douchebag. Do you remember when we were at the demo pit and we were doing the switchblade and Lieutenant was out there with the camera and Matt like freaked out on him. He's like, delete those fucking pictures.
What the fuck,
And
dude?
Lieutenant's like, all right, dude, I'll delete them.
Dude,
He's
the
like, I want to
dudes,
see you delete them. I'm like, bro.
the dudes we
fucking
were
chill
working
out.
with were like super laid back, but it was not what I thought I was getting myself
He was the
into.
only one. He was the only outlier, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody else that we worked with there,
The other dude
cool
was
as fuck,
sick.
bro. Yeah.
And you guys is fucking sweet J-Tac when you guys first got there.
Oh, the
Oh,
captain.
dude, fuck
Yeah.
that guy,
That
man.
fucking goober.
Yeah, he was out of there.
That dude
quick.
was just, one of those guys that just,
He tried to.
he just thought
he
that
tried
he
to play
was
himself
something more
up.
than he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You remember when Jen heat cased?
When we were in Kuwait.
Yeah.
we drove.
Hey,
Let me get one.
bro.
You guys weren't back yet, and we went to go do a night range. Oh no, you.
No, they were back.
Oh yeah, you guys were back. That's the same day we brought pizza back for everyone.
Oh yeah, I have a story about that.
And we've had to drive him all the way back with Zubinator.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
But Zubinator was sitting there talking about, maybe I mentioned something about like, yeah, I got a TV for the room. He's like, oh, no. I have
Minimalistic.
Yeah, I have a hoodie. Yeah, 1 second. Am I speaking too loud, Cameron?
Like you're speaking a little loud.
I'm gonna go rock a piss.
Well, I didn't know if you just kind of forgot.
But Zubinator is like, no, I have a hoodie I use as my pillow. I don't have bed sheets. I don't have anything. When else do I ever get to live like this? I'm just like, bitch, do you go to the field? Like,
Dude,
what the
he
fuck?
Doesn't, dude.
He doesn't. What was his job?
During ITX, because we were such a small section for Range 400 during ITX, we had him and like 2 of his little PFCs attached to us, and we, like, long story short, we ended up putting it in the wrong spot, and the coyotes didn't like where we're at, so we had to move all dismounted to the actual real spot where we're at. So we're pulling guns, we're pulling fucking ammo, we're staging vehicles, like all in the middle of the attack, and I'm fucking just yelling at everybody, trying to get everybody to their spots. And at one point I like look at Zubinator, I'm like, you, what the fuck are you doing? He's just like standing there, and I'm like, go grab fucking ammo. And he's like, Roger. And he like runs over and grabs ammo. But Cannon would always tell me, he's like, yeah, Zubs still talks about that day. He said it was the most fun he's ever had in his entire career so far, just running Range 400, getting yelled at by a sergeant.
So gay.
Yeah.
Range
But no,
400,
yeah, like,
man.
Yeah, dude, like he was like
He's just a pogue.
they were like part of the fist, is what.
Yeah.
He was like the fist something. I don't even know exactly what he was. But
Yeah, when he went black, like 48 hours in.
In HKIA?
yeah, dude. Like
It was like
yeah,
it was
just,
like midnight.
disappeared,
He was
didn't
like,
say anything.
no,
to
he
anybody.
was literally
black.
me and Rod were talking to him. And he's like, how can you guys do this? We're like, what do you mean, sir? He's like, I don't think I can do this. And I
Yeah,
was like,
he gave
what
up,
are you
like, right
talking
then and
about? Do what?
Yeah.
Our job?
Yeah.
So where did he just?
He just sat down.
sat in the back of the truck.
No, for real. Because I remember I was doing something. It was nighttime. And I like roll up to y'all. And Cameron's just like, Doc, you down? And I didn't know what the fuck we were talking about. And I was like, yes, let's do it. And they're like, see? Doc's down. And I was like, what are we talking about, though? And they're like, telling all those people to turn the fuck around. And I was like, whatever y'all need me to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not in charge of anything.
Hey,
like, we don't get to make the big
you got the
calls
lighter?
here. And
Yeah, that was my point. Is like he was like, well, how can you guys do this? Like, bitch, I don't have a fucking. What am I gonna tell somebody? No.
yeah, I did have a little coming to Christ moment. I was like, man, were we just like Auschwitz fucking guards? You know, just like, yeah,
No.
they told me.
No.
Dude, do you know what happened to the people we escorted away?
Shh, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Well,
I found out about
this
that.
This is the thing, though. What were we gonna do?
No, nothing.
we don't
Absolutely
have
nothing.
the-
You know, like,
I didn't have the power, or I would have been sent.
again,
you
man,
know.
we weren't making the decisions on who came in, who got to stay or whatever. Like we
Yeah.
were told who can stay and who cannot, and
Yeah.
if you couldn't stay, guess what? Like we had that one the first night when we finally went down to the gate, like the actual gate. It was like and we were. I remember we had this crippled kid in a wheelchair.
That was
And
you
we
and
had-
I, dude.
We had
That
to, you and I. We
Yeah,
had to
then
shove
grandma.
this. We had to shove this kid
yeah, man.
in his wheelchair through the fucking chain link fence that was like the size, like this fucking big.
Need to lift
You know, it's like
Dude, that was such a great time. Thoroughly enjoyed
Yeah,
that
I
one.
cried at that. No, you're joking, right?
Of course I'm fucking joking.
Yeah. I cried at that little. And I
Memorial?
remember like
Yeah.
looking around. No, wait, what?
Oh, I'm sorry.
At the little hole in the fence, we were
yeah.
literally shoving people through, and I had a
Oh, you had on the back of your flak.
yeah, I had like little patches we found through that broken in coffee shop or whatever the fuck.
Allegedly.
those first few days, and I'll take a heater, and nice, non-athletic fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, it's showing. I own it proudly.
But I just remember like looking around, it was all like lances, and then I found a lieutenant. I was like, "This is what we're fucking doing, sir." He's like, "Is this what it is, man?" And I like started tearing up. And I told the boots, I was like, "Rip these fucking medic patches off my shit, dude."
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So that one, because it was an old lady, then the kid that was in the wheelchair, then the agency that was there looked at you and I.
The
they're
gay
like,
guy with shorts really pissed me off.
Oh, the fat dude.
No, the skinny cream color black guy that was like,
Okay.
I don't know what to do. Yeah. You know what? We're taking a break. And it's just like, have fun on your break, I guess, for 2
You
days.
fucking dick.
Yeah, then they would just disappear.
Yeah, see you in 3 days, dude.
The State Department, those guys were a bunch of fucking assholes.
That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, I like teared up, and you know, so I don't like sit there and think about things. I think I did something for you. I was like, are you bothered by anything like on like an official physical? Like, yeah, but no, like I don't sit here and like think about it, but like, yeah, that shit's in there, and like that's the same way it is for me. Like it's in there. I don't sit there and
I
like.
mean, I do. I'll admit, I do think about that deployment every single day.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
At some point. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for
No,
sure.
not at all.
Yeah, every single day, I think about something of it.
It's in a
whether it's good or bad.
Yeah, it's
You know?
it's in a
Really?
very deep part of my.
It doesn't. I
my
mean,
head.
I'm like. I mean, I can still function, but
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't affect me that much. But I definitely, absolutely think about it
Every day?
every single day. Yeah,
Nah.
at some point.
Not me.
I try not
I
to,
never
but
think
it's
about it.
definitely like buried in there. Like sometimes I'll
Yeah.
be like sitting there on my couch and be like,
No, it'll creep in on a shower though.
You know what
I'll
really-
fucking shower.
You know
and
what
just be
really-
like, oh fuck.
you know what really pissed me off is watching that fucking stupid documentary on HBO.
Didn't watch it.
I did. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
watch
don't
it.
watch
It's in the. I'm not
Tim
trying
Kennedy
to say.
pissed me off. I couldn't get
Yeah,
through
they
his
did
Joe
the
Rogan
fucking
that
episode.
retard.
bro.
No.
What upset me more than anything was the fact that it was all revolved around 1-8.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not because of the fact that we took all the casualties, for the most part, but
We did all the fucking work, bro.
yeah, exactly. And they're like glorifying 1-8. Then Brad was on that documentary.
Dude, did you hear? Yeah, you did the hike. Remember in the morning before we went up, and we're all just standing there waiting, and Brett was like, "Hey, we're getting ready to go. Just a few minutes later, we're just waiting on one person. We're just waiting on Brad to show up." And everybody's like lost their mind.
Y'all weren't really though. He's joking.
No,
No,
yeah,
yeah, dude,
yeah,
Brett
yeah.
Brett was fucking hammered.
Yeah.
I remember the
Yeah, that
second
dude
to
was
last
sloshed.
hill. We got there and we're like, where's he at? He's like, oh, he took his pack off, pulled out a bottle of Tito's.
Yeah.
We're like, all right.
Yeah. I got a real sweet hemorrhoid on that last memorial. Like
Jesus, dude.
I fucking I don't know what it was, but
You need some peptides, bro.
no, it went away. But it was concerning. But I had two corpsmen come in from Arizona. They got out. They slept at my place. We did a podcast.
Oh, I know, yeah.
And then we went up and like before they went I went up super early. I like to go up early and kind of do my thing. But they're like, dude, we got to take a shit. And I was like, I do too, but I'll figure it out, you know? And I go and before one of the hills is some like SOI fucking shitters. I fucking go take
I know
a
what
shit.
you're
And then
talking
at the
about.
top,
Top
dude, I'm
microwave,
just
yeah.
like, my asshole hurts. Like, what the fuck's going on? And then later on, I'm just like, yo, I got a bean up my ass, dude. The fuck? And I had to talk to my fucking IDC about it. And he's like, well, if it doesn't go away, you'll do surgery. I'm just like, oh my God, I hope.
Dude, ITX, I was, whatever else, I don't give a shit. I was shitting blood, like
Oh, nice,
a
dude.
lot.
It's pretty common, man.
Yeah. Then,
Hey, what do the girls get when they have stuff wrong with their hoo-has?
Yeast infections.
No, but another one.
They get hemorrhoids?
UTI.
Yeah.
UTI. I got
Urinary
one.
tract infection.
I got
Oh,
one
you
of
got
the-
one in Afghanistan.
I got one of those in Afghanistan.
Yeah, you can get
Yeah.
that.
Right.
Dude,
I
I,
remember
was
you were
in
talking about
so
that.
much
You get that from
pain,
fucking
bro.
butt.
or dirty porter
What'd you say?
shitters.
You get that from fucking butt. You get
Really?
poo-poo in your fucking urethra.
There was none of that going on, but I got a UTI for sure, dude. I was in so much pain.
I remember that.
That was so
Yeah,
bad.
I don't think you
dude.
told me about it.
No, he did.
There's nothing we could do.
He,
we
he,
didn't
he
have.
told you when we were in the room.
There was nothing that we
In
could,
the room, like afterwards, but not there.
Yeah, well, you helped me out after. You got me the what are the doxycycline?
Mhm.
The doxycycline wiped it out. But
yeah, of course it will.
dude, I was in some real
Oh,
fucking.
that's
pain,
also
bro.
used for malaria, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you know what's funny? Who's
and
the
crushing
provider?
acne.
and chlamydia and
Dude,
stuff.
yeah, everything.
no,
man.
yeah, it's a catch-all.
Who's the
Yeah.
provider that we had?
That's good trash, though,
Gunderson.
honestly.
Yeah, Gunderson. I remember when we got back over in Kuwait. Lieutenant Gunderson.
Oh yeah.
He's like, yeah, were you guys taking Doxy? We're like
Fuck,
the
yeah.
last 2 days.
No, we
I don't
didn't even
remember
have
getting
it.
it.
We
We
didn't
didn't
have
really.
it.
So
I know they were talking about
I
it.
took it when I got back because of
Oh, yeah, it's when we
that
got back.
specific reason.
yeah, no, I remember Benson, our senior line, who I had on the podcast and even talked to him about it. He feels bad. I don't think he should feel bad, but we had a corpsman had to go back home. He couldn't go because of the
Oh,
vaccine.
I know who you're talking about.
And so he filled in for 81s, and we didn't have a senior line. And all the other dudes had senior lines, and those dudes had coordinated and fucking would give them the good word and all this shit about, you know, the fucking shock trauma tent, which I didn't know about for, you know, days in.
I didn't know until the day of.
No. Duffy told me.
Yeah. I had
Remember
no
we
idea.
found was it the roll 1? The one that
Roll 2.
Yeah, the one that the Norwegians were running.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
STP.
Yeah.
We didn't know about that. We didn't have a senior line. But I remember him, like, talking to First Sergeant, and he, like, pulled out some fucking pills, and I was like, what are you taking, dude? He's like, Doxy. And I was like, why? He's like, I'm not trying to get malaria. I was like,
The mosquitoes.
where's ours?
Yeah.
I don't remember what he said or what, you know, what happened of it, but we didn't have that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking how to get it how you live. I remember keeling over in pain for not taking a shit for like 3 days. And it was nighttime, and I was like, I gotta go. And I walked all the way back to the inner gate, and I walked into remember the shitters used to be good?
Oh, by the Turkish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Wrecked.
no, like toilet ripped
Hot.
out of the ground, shit over the fucking hole, shitters overflowing, and like I used all of my baby wipes up into like the last 2 to like clean, and then I took like on the walk back I would keel over in pain and just like have to stop walking, and I ran across Sergeant Major fucking freaking out on a dude.
Put your Kevlar on.
No, fucking y'all didn't hear about
Yeah.
Sergeant Major caught a dude going over the fence.
No, that
and,
was
like,
with me.
Yeah.
That was with me and Sarovi.
I might be getting those 2 scenarios mixed up, but like I
Was that
remember
night?
checking porta shitters the whole way through. They're just like overflowing with shit water, unusable. And I get back to the inner gate, and there was one that was like semi decent, and I used all my baby wipes except for the last 2, and just took like an emergency shit like no other. It was fucking awful, man.
I never used one of those toilets.
No.
Ever.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
No, I couldn't, dude. I threw up a couple times looking at them.
Yeah.
No shit.
I remember one lady.
I got a massive gag reflex, and I would
Yeah,
smell
you
them,
do.
dude. I had a hard time fucking sitting there and well, that wouldn't make me a slut. That, you know, that's probably a good thing. But
prudent.
yeah. I had a hard time looking at them, dude.
Yeah.
Like, no shit. It's just the
remember
filth
the-
that they're able to sustain is incredible.
Oh, do you know what made me like almost throw up? Is when we were pulling people out of the water on the
Oh,
boat.
yeah. And they would splash
And, like,
on us, bro.
Yeah, just like all over.
I was
your
never
face.
with y'all when y'all did that.
Ugh.
Dude.
When did
It
that
was the
happen?
worst.
So
Multiple times.
It was one night we went to go help the XO. Like it was John, Sarovi, and I.
Oh, him.
Yeah, yeah.
If you guys ever need anything, you guys, you know, have my number. Like,
That guy was a real
I
dick.
I don't have his number, and that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Who?
The XO.
Oh.
Yeah, old Big
Ooh,
Jeff.
edit.
he got promoted to captain, and then he
Yeah,
was
that-
like leaving immediately while we were all stuck there.
That
Yeah.
dude
Like,
swore he was like the coolest dude in the world.
You guys,
yeah, dude.
you guys all have my number. We just went through some shit. Call me. I'm like, dude, never.
No one's gonna call you, bro.
He
Pass.
corrected me for my sleeves. Granted, John told me the morning before, like, hey, we're CAAT Blue. Act different. Be better. And then, like, I'm a corpsman, you know, doing my corpsman shit. Have my shit reasonably rolled. And he's like, Doc. And I'm handing out. This is the last time I saw Soviet. I'm handing out water in the baking sun to these people. I'm having a rough time, and he recognized it. He's like, do you want help? I was like, if you want to help, help. But I'm not going to sit here and like ask people for help.
Yeah.
Stops me. He's like, Doc, what did Weldon say this morning about your sleeves? And I just looked at him and I was just like, is that really what we're worried about right now, sir? And we just like stared at each other, and I just kept handing out water. Like it was a bit of like self-induced suffering where I'm like, you know, hurting myself to help these people. But I just remember like staring at him, like not giving a fuck. Like, sir, is that really what we give a fuck about right now? You're going to stop me from what I'm doing to give water to fucking women and children?
Dude, you know who was a fucking gangster's Chaps? Chap Schwartz.
Yeah.
I just remember his RP
Great
having his
dude.
fucking crows facing the wrong direction, but whatever.
I don't remember the chat at all.
No,
Short little skinny guy.
Chaps was like, it was like 2
Oh,
a.m.
always handing out Stokes, bro.
Yeah,
That dude
and
would
logs
come
of
in
dip.
clutch
Yeah.
all the time. That's
Yeah,
what I remember.
it was
You
like-
guys
it was
need dip?
dude,
yeah, it was like
always
one-
coming through. I was like, holy fuck, this
It was
guy's
like
the
1
man.
a.m. and we're like standing out the gate.
Oh, yeah.
And he comes up. Yeah, you were next to me.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys doing all right? I'm like, I'm like, you know, pretty all
My
right.
feet hurt.
And
Fuck.
he pulls out 2 logs from his pockets. He's like, here, just hand them out. I was like,
We're giving these to no one.
I'll kiss you right now, man of the cloth.
Yeah. Well, shit. Fuck. Goddamn. You know.
Can't confirm.
Struggling on fantasy, boys.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
About that life.
It's a rough one.
Are
What
you in a
time is
league
it?
with your in-laws or some shit?
No.
What time is it?
2:05.
2:05? Oh, the games are going.
Yeah.
We're hour 38 in.
We are?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were way longer.
Yeah, I thought we'd
Halfway.
already, yeah.
Typically,
That's
how
good.
long do you have these?
3.
3?
Y'all want to stop now?
No.
No,
no.
fuck no. The fuck?
No, I would really like to figure out if we can do it at night before you leave. Obviously, it
You're
has to be
complaining about
before
the
you
thing
leave.
that's happening. Why not just make the best of it, buddy?
Who's complaining?
You.
I'm not complaining. I'm like it so much that I'm saying we should figure
so
out a
much.
time that we could do it again.
Yeah, we'll work on it, dude. It took 2 years to get y'all together.
I was gonna say, hey, it's gonna take like another 4 months.
You guys literally are fucking being Debbie Downers.
Dude,
bro.
the mountains aren't even blue, dude. What is this?
Yeah, well, you asked for a beer fucking 10 seconds after I got
Shit,
beer
man.
delivered to us.
Shit, dude.
Fucking asshole.
Oh my god. So
You're like, I need beer. I need beer.
you left almost immediately after we got back. I felt like.
Yeah, I left.
Then you left
November.
after.
April.
Then you got kicked, but you're still where you're at. How did that
What do you mean?
work? I mean, you got kicked, but you wind up staying. But
With the whole situation.
yeah,
Yeah. So what happened was, so I left November. I got selected the following year. I was like, I'm like, you know what? It's only a 10-month extension. Like, and I was getting surgery the same month I picked up. So I messaged the monitor. I was like, yeah, you know,
Coward.
I don't give a fuck.
Coward.
So I emailed the monitor. I was like, hey, you know, this is who I am, blah, blah, blah. I give him the whole fucking spiel. And he's like, all right. He's like, you're good. Then recently, like 2 months ago, that's when they popped me for those fucking orders. And I was like, I'm out. I'm done. I'm tapped. Fucking throwing the white flag in.
But why were you up when you? No, I guess that does make sense because you left first,
Yeah.
and that's why you stayed. But you're still. There any prospect of you going anywhere else anytime soon? or
So
no?
he's secured only for the fact that he's at an actual, like,
I re-enlisted.
a B billet. Or
To go to, like, an
whatever the fuck you wanna
SDA.
call it.
You were just at some orders, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I request orders.
I re-enlisted into SOI.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Did
secure.
you get a bonus?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, dude.
Dude,
that's when
the
you buy
Marine
your-
Corps
that's when you buy your
straight up
motorcycle,
hooked
huh?
me up, bro.
I got.
The year after, like from the time we got back,
Oh yeah, that's right.
like
You got
6
your
months, bro. I
BAH.
remember telling him,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, you got a fat
I remember
back
telling
there.
him I got. Obviously, we made all that money.
And you got kid pay. Like you got.
all the money in Syria that we made, right?
Yeah.
Which we weren't. I mean, I spent like maybe like $2,000 when I was in Syria on like random shit.
Yeah, I paid my car off.
And yeah, same.
Nice.
I
Yep.
paid my car off and shit like that.
It
And
must have
then-
been nice.
Yeah.
And then
Well, maybe, dude. You shouldn't have fun in fucking Baton Rouge or wherever the fuck you're at, dude.
but I got the bonus also tax free
Yeah.
from the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
And then I was with John at the
What was your bonus?
30 41
Yeah.
42
41.
42 tax free.
You still got that motorcycle?
God
Mhm.
damn.
You want to sell it?
Yeah, I do actually.
No, I don't want that shit.
It's up on Facebook Marketplace.
I'll
And
trade you for a
offer up-
Tesla.
No,
Dude,
no,
do it.
I want the cash, bro. I don't want
Me
another
too.
car. But anyway, I was with John at the DMV because he drove me to the DMV, and I got the email back for my BAH,
It was
and
like, what, another 40 grand?
dude,
More.
dude, I fucking got that shit back from the general or whatever, and it said dude, I even had John read it because it read
You couldn't fathom.
effective date a year and a day prior
Yeah.
to my divorce,
Yeah.
and I was
Damn,
like,
you should put that all over the internet. Yeah,
I was
for
like,
sure.
dude, I don't give a fuck. I already spent the money on it.
It's gone.
It's gone. No, I didn't. But
Oh.
I was like, dude, what the fuck? And I had John read it. I read it maybe 60 times. And then I went into IPAC too. And I was like, hey, look, like if it's not like what it seems like, tell me now so I don't get the money.
Yeah.
And I fucking put it somewhere, you know? And they were like, no, like you're getting the
legit.
back. So I got back paid on BAH and then the fucking comrades
How much was it?
for a year, bro. It was like 58
That's disgusting. You made someone's yearly salary,
Dude,
with the
58
deployment and back pay.
58 back pay. I got the back pay, and then I got my bonus, and then also what we made on deployment, which was like 20, like 30 something,
Yeah.
depending
Yeah.
roughly however much we spent. So it was like 120.
Dude, you guys got hooked. You guys got hooked up though, because we had to pay.
Yeah, we didn't.
For your food, yeah.
Yeah, our
So
food.
when we left, we were supposed to.
We gave
Yeah,
him
but-
some money.
Yeah, Lieutenant went and asked, and he was like, "Hey," he went and talked to the chief of the base, and he was like, "Do you guys want?" He's like, "No, you guys are good."
Yeah, but like literally, like within the span of 6 months, it was like 120 grand tax free to the dome from the Marine Corps.
Dude, that's the fucking hotness. Goddamn, good on you.
Yeah, let me get
Honestly,
20
good on
bucks.
you. Fuck.
Yeah.
You
That
made
shit's
me
sick.
pay for the vape? I left my wallet.
That's
on,
why.
bro.
No
That's
shit,
why I
dude.
forgot my wallet, bro. That's why I still have all the money.
Yeah, no, I paid my car off on that deployment. I
paid
bought
mine off too.
I
My
bought
old one.
Yeah.
I bought the
My
engagement
car,
ring.
I counted my eggs before they hatched. I was talking to my brother-in-law, who's my financial advisor. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get like 50K from going to where I'm going." He's like, "All right, perfect. Yeah, blah, 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 blah." 2,500. That's all I got.
You spent like what 30 days out there?
25. Y'all fucked over what's his name on purpose because he was a prick.
Yeah.
Who?
He did it to himself.
Captain.
And- yeah,
Oh yeah, that guy's an
but
asshole.
y'all kicked him out before 30 days, so he wouldn't get that ribbon, so he couldn't be an officer and say I went to blah blah blah. But little did y'all know, is I was going to be on his same flight, so I left 25 days.
Well, just so you know, I didn't have any part in logistics.
I wasn't even there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
when we were still whole, right?
I don't even think Lieutenant Gunny did either. I think that was all battalion.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Well, just because like scheduling flights in and out of there was out of our control.
no, but the
Which-
word that came down was, "Hey, put Doc on that flight." And then Sir immediately knocked on my door and was like, "Hey, we were told like you're getting kicked out of here." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Is he a security shit, huh?
Yeah, my security clearance, and everybody thought it was my wife being foreign, but
Shameless
it was
plug
my,
on the podcast.
it was
all
my-
your fucking.
So did you
It
get that
was
all
my drug
squared
pat-
away?
my
or-
drug
drugs?
history. Yeah,
You're-
I'm good.
You're good now?
Yeah,
You got your security clearance, dude. I just had to redo my security clearance.
That shit's
bro.
such a pain
and
in the
I
ass.
wanted to kill myself.
I got my clearance cleared. Remember when I finally left y'all's room, like 2 days before, and I went over to fucking Weich's and fucking Gonzo's room? I got a text in my rack from my senior line. Hey,
Is this in Kuwait?
yeah, like a day or two.
I think I do remember that. I think you remember you saying something
in
about it.
he's like, "Hey, Z lost your number, but you got your clearance." And I was just like, "What the fuck? What?" Because like granted, I was trying to get my pin to like keep a little bit of hope alive, but like, dude, if I would have not got my pin, even still, like not getting my pin until I went over to third tracks where I am now, like really fucked things up.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Third tracks.
No shit.
Yeah. Why?
I fucking didn't know that.
It's kind of nice, dude.
Third
What do
tracks.
you do? Are you?
Hey, yeah,
you work in
yes.
BAS?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
You were in the BAS?
My drill instructor was yes, dude. And, like I kind of liked it, but
How do you even remember what your Jones took? That was like 2008. You fucking thing.
Sergeant Henderson.
You fucking thing.
What?
He's got good memory.
Do you remember your drill instructors?
I remember their faces.
Do you remember their name?
I remember mine.
I remember
remember
one of
your
them.
name?
I remember
I saw
Sergeant
one-
Henderson.
I remember. I saw one of my drill instructors at Pass NID like a year ago, which is super weird. He was like talking about
I
his
do
family
actually
and
remember
shit.
one of them,
It was
Barnes.
like weird.
So I had
Sergeant Barnes.
I had Waylon and Kelly, but the only reason I remember them is because they were both together in the same platoon with 3-5 and Sangan. One was an RO, the other one was an 11, so they were like that.
Mine are all pogues.
Yeah, mine were all pugs.
Should I be a bigger dick about the fact that like I've done that or no? Because I'm pretty humble about it.
100%, bro.
Yeah, they had a staff sergeant come in and in tracks.
Well, can I say
whatever.
something though?
No, but what?
Well, don't be like that. If
It's
you don't
his turn.
understand.
My turn.
It's
I have
his
the
turn.
talking stick.
Well, I
You're
was
the
just gonna
talking
say
stick.
something before to preface
Go-
that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is like when it comes to like the military history, right? In the Marine Corps history, like the Sangan shit will literally go down, will be already is obviously, but we're gonna talk about Sangan the same way we talk about whatever input any battle that you could think of
Yeah.
from the past. My point is like I don't think it's like not a it's like a douchebag thing to like be like, yeah, I was in fucking Sangan. I have this experience, and you were a 31 in Sangan.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's that big of a deal to be like, yeah, I was there. I have these experiences. And you were not in the Navy on that. You were in the Marine Corps for that. So I feel like it's really not, to be honest with you. Now, if you were like, yeah, I was in Sangan, what about you, you fucking bitch?
Yeah, no, so
then it'd be weird.
That's the scenario and break it down right now. So there was some staff sergeant, and how long have you been in? Like, what year did you join?
14.
In your staff sergeant, right? So I joined in 2009. This staff sergeant in tracks comes in.
Just call me a boot.
No, that's not what I said. And some corpsman who had left his ribbon rack in there. Nice. And he goes, I have those same ribbons. And it's only a 9 stack. It's not that many. Mm-hmm. And he's like, but there's 2 I want. I was like, oh, yeah, what are those? He's like, a combat action ribbon and a fucking whatever with a gold rim around it.
Oh, like, the JMUA.
That's all I want. I was like, okay.
Cool one.
I got 2.
We have that one.
Yeah. I was like, okay, cool. And he leaves, and I go, I have all those plus 5 more.
Who said that? Who said that?
Me. After he left.
Oh.
I didn't, rub it in his face or anything, but, like, I have something like 18 ribbons.
Is that with the Navy, though?
2 are gimmies with the Navy,
which are rifle and
rifle and
fucking
pistol.
hate that.
Yeah.
That dude, you get it on the other side of your chest, and you get a cool dangly.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. You get the danglies. Can I get the lighter, please?
And
I don't mean to cut you off.
And the thing is, if you don't get expert, you don't get the medals.
Oh, really?
You get ribbons. But besides that, dude, I got the JMUA. We all got a puck.
Yeah.
We just got that.
I got my second muck. If I wanted to be a real prick about it, I could maybe get like a star on my ISAF or whatever.
Oh, the
like
NATO?
like two NATOs.
Speaking of which, did you know that we get that?
The NATO?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I thought we were...
Absolutely.
We do. So
Wait, what?
Captain Rod
Yeah.
is in my reserve unit.
Andrew, love him to death.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, what a great
Andres.
Wait, what? What do we get?
Andres, the NATO.
guy. ISAF.
The
That's
blue
my-
one.
That's my
The
uncle,
blue one.
dude.
Yeah, blue with the silver.
Let me
silver.
write that one.
How do we get
the
that?
silver line?
You just
Put it
look
in.
it up. It should all be in that MAR admin that
Yeah.
came out about the puck.
Yeah, we get
Oh,
it.
really?
It should
Oh,
be.
shit.
I submitted
Is
for
it
it. I haven't
in-
gotten it in yet.
If not, a
though,
couple
but
back.
Is it in the? Did you submit with the? The MAR admin from the puck.
I don't know
So-
if it's in there, but it might be
No,
one or
it's
2
not
MAR
with
admins
that one.
back.
Yeah, but
Dude, this
So
is what I'm saying.
that's what I'm saying. Rod was the only one that he was the one that told me because he's like, yeah, dude, I just submitted for both of these 2, and I got them. So
Because
you get 'em too.
I was under the assumption the fact that I think like literally a couple days before we went to Afghanistan, it was that they stopped awarding the NATO that
Dude,
one.
you gotta send me
But that
the
was
MAR
like
admin.
literally the epitome of working with NATO, dude. There was like 14
I mean,
different countries.
is-
that we were
I
working
agree.
with.
What was
I
that
just-
op called we were on? It wasn't Afghan. In
It was,
Allied-
Allied Refuge.
Allied
Yeah.
Refuge.
Is that a thing?
Is that the official name? Because I've heard a few of them.
I've heard it's Allied Refuge or
Spartan something.
Centennial or
I thought it was,
Sentinel
yeah.
something.
I thought it was
Yeah.
this Allied Refuge.
Hold on though, one at a time. Is that a thing though? Is that a medal?
No.
No, it's just a.
I bet you it will.
No,
Eventually, it probably will.
Any unit awards are ribbons.
The NATO one is.
But that specific operation, I bet you will end up.
But
at
is
some
that
point becoming one? Yeah.
What I'm saying is that pinned on to our battalion colors because if
No.
our battalion colors rate
Not
that,
yet.
then we would
Not
rate
yet.
that.
Not yet.
It's not
Yeah,
a
you
thing.
gotta
yet.
Not yet.
This
That's what
time you
I'm
gotta
saying. I
send me
bet
the
you
NATO
eventually
shit.
it will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, we were
like
at
today.
Bridgeport and the commandant showed up, and I was senior line golf company, and I was like, man, what the fuck are they doing here?
Recently?
Yeah.
In Bridgeport?
And a year ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah. With 2-1.
And some dude just talking out of his ass is like, yeah, he's here to give us the presidential unit citation ribbon. I was like, oh, that makes sense. No, a year later we finally get it.
That
But
one takes a while. Though.
Those things.
Yeah.
Those things
For the-
got to go.
They're talking about giving me
They
one
gotta-
for my first deployment.
They got to go
Australia.
through the pipeline and shit.
Yeah.
To
So
get all
they
that
have to
shit
get the
done.
president to fucking wake up and sign something. God damn.
Hey, wait.
the
a
one
second,
that
we're
told me
all
about the
active.
puck was
You
Gunny
can
Harris.
criticize the president.
That's our
Yeah.
commander in
Yeah,
chief.
I'm not in uniform, brother.
That's our commander in chief.
I'm
and
not
we
in
will
uniform,
respect
brother.
him.
I can fucking critique anything I want, dude.
Yeah, I'm not in uniform either.
I'm
not
just
even
saying
part of
that's
the
our
active
commander in
duty
chief.
force.
We will respect him.
Cameron Rambo, tell me more about that.
More about what? Respecting our commander in chief.
Just keep going out, dude.
Dude, get a lighter, bro.
Anyway,
Yeah, I need that NATO one because that'll bring me to a good amount. Not as
Yeah.
much as fucking Salt Dog, but
Did you get?
do you have a car from that deployment?
not that deployment does.
How
no,
so?
no, I'm talking about from
Sangin?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, dude. I was in 5
it's just
fire.
mowing dudes down.
Yeah, a little bit.
My fucking man, dude.
There's a
I,
video. Y'all see my?
That one from Afghanistan?
Yeah, he got hooked up, dude.
How?
that dude got
He was
stacked,
by-
bro.
He got a
That dude got
NAM
fucked.
C.
NAM C. He got
Do
stacked.
you remember all that debacle? Because they tried putting all 3 of us up for NAMCs.
Yeah, mine got shot down.
Yeah, all 3 of us.
Mine was
right?
a NAVCOM.
I got put up
All-
for an NAM V
yeah,
for
you-
my first Afghan. That got bumped down.
all our NAMs got shot down
Oh.
by the MACTAF.
I keep
I've
telling you,
talked to
bro.
Rod. I talked
Y'all
to Rod.
wanna-
He said he's gonna try something.
You want to hear something?
I keep telling you.
I got a NAVCOM for my service as
COVID.
senior line corpsman of
COVID?
Gulf
Yeah,
Company.
dude.
COVID?
They wouldn't give me one for what I did. That entire Syria and Afghanistan.
That's bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
I mean, it's whatever. But yeah, they're. How did get a car then? He was
Yeah.
Because
literally. We were all of us were
Mark loved him.
co-located with me too.
We were all on the
but
same.
he
we were
wrote
all
it.
laying down.
He
the same
wrote it
spot.
personally. That's
Yeah.
why. My XO wrote mine personally for my service as senior line of Gulf Company for the workup.
That shit'll get around.
And what?
Just that shit. I'll tell you guys something
I know
in
what
a
you mean,
second.
yeah.
That shit'll get around, bro.
What? Like bad news? Like
No, I'm just saying, like,
How? Yeah.
like the
The
this
origin
shit,
of it?
Like,
Yeah, I get it.
dude,
I get
we are
you.
in the smallest community ever, bro. Everyone knows everyone, especially when you come to like.
But hold on, wait. So, are you saying he doesn't deserve it, or
Who?
you're saying it'll get around?
Yeah, he'll get around if he doesn't deserve it.
I feel like he deserves it,
I'm not saying he doesn't.
but we also deserve it.
What?
What he has,
A car?
a car seat,
Nav? No, I'm talking about a car.
okay, he
I
got a
don't-
car by
By what though? He was with us.
the fact that he got a NAM C, and with a NAM C combat,
no,
he got
yes.
no.
No, you keep
That's
going.
not
Yeah,
how that
sorry.
works.
Yeah, no, you're right. Keep going. Keep going.
You said I'm right,
you're
but
right,
you're
you're
saying
right.
that's not how it works.
No, he's wrong. You're right.
Right.
That's what
So
it means.
He got approved for a NAM C, which means combat, which means he gets a combat action ribbon.
that doesn't
No,
rate
that's
a car.
wrong.
That doesn't
that's
rate a
wrong?
car.
C,
That's what
the
I'm
only
saying.
the only difference between a NAM C and what it means is it's a NAM given in a combat.
in the combat action
Right.
area.
They got rid of it
Yes.
for the Valor.
Yes.
Right.
They replaced it for Valor.
Yeah. Just to differentiate like a regular NAM and a NAM in a certain environment. That's what the C is for. It doesn't necessarily mean like there's dudes that get NAM Cs all the time and don't have cars.
Oh, really?
Or never see combat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's because
It's a
you
good
know,
example.
They were in
Exactly.
Kuwait or
Yeah.
our buddies.
somewhere like.
I
Your
think
buddy, you want to call him out?
Yeah,
well,
that bitch.
whatever. He's a fucking cop now, so fuck him.
Escondido, dude. He gets a take home car.
Anyway, he's got an AMC, and he doesn't have.
I
a
think
car.
we're all.
I'm not
Look,
saying that doesn't deserve anything that he got.
I think that's a good thing to clear up.
No, is a fucking pipe hitter.
Yes.
and he always has been. I'm saying though that, that doesn't. I mean, like, I don't know where he. I specifically don't remember where he was at when that shit went down.
I'm
but
pretty
I
sure
will.
all
say-
cat
All the
red and blue were all-
corpsmen,
everybody was co-located.
besides a few corpsmen who were on a rest cycle back at the gym, did what they were supposed to do,
100%.
and I feel like with that,
you should.
they
probably
did a
get
good
something.
job. They should have got something, which is not the case.
No, well, we didn't either.
There's a lot of people
I
that
didn't get shit.
stuff that they deserved.
And people that were at the gym got combat action ribbons.
That is nuts
That's
to
the
me.
thing. And then all of 1-8 got combat action ribbons.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
According
I got
to
a,
the
I got a,
that guy.
I got a bunch of buddies there. In 1-8, they got not I say a bunch, but I would say 3. They got combat action ribbons.
And that was one of the things on the podcast with a person. And kind of what you're saying is like, good. I hope they deserve it. And people know. All you have to
will know, bro.
All you have to do is just ask a few
check
questions.
them. I have permissions on literally everyone in the Marine Corps.
What do you mean permissions? What do you mean?
Like I
that?
can look up fucking anyone in the Marine Corps on MOL,
Yeah.
and if I want to, I can look up anybody I want.
Do y'all
to
know
see what they
where
have.
ribbons came from, and medals? Have y'all ever read War is a Racket by Smedley Butler? Yeah, it's an interesting thing. Joe Rogan actually turned me on to it. He's a good friend of mine. And
Shout out to Joe Rogan.
shout out to Bro Jogans, dude. But I read it after I got kicked out of that place we were in. And he just talks about, ribbons were created in order to incentivize service members to work hard, get rewarded with something, but not increase their pay. So we keep them at the same fucking pay.
It's funny too because like
It's true.
It's true.
We're tripping out about it
100%
right
true.
now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like we're talking about
We're
it.
not talking about fucking a raise. We're talking about another fucking piece
that's
of cloth
true.
to put on your chest.
It don't mean shit, dude.
War is
That
a
we have
racket.
to pay for. Also.
Where's the rag? You ever read it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is when I was in sergeant's,
I like how I moved all the chairs so y'all wouldn't be in the sun, and I'm getting fucking smoked right now. Anyway, keep going.
when I was in,
Dude, the sun moves, man.
yeah, it does move. Sun does move.
Earth's flat. I don't
Sergeant school, like right after I went to sergeant school in January, right after we got back, and there was this dude in sergeant school with me, and he came up to me, like, just one day when they were like trying to figure out all the zones and shit, you know, about who's gonna get a car and shit, and I don't know what zone we were in. I think we were in zone C, I think, and A was like, you get a car, zone B, you get it, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, man, like, are you going to go talk to the S shop? And I'm like, about what? And he's like, about, like, you know, your car and stuff. I was like, what about my car? And he's like, well, you know, like,
Forerunner 2002.
yeah, I was like, look, brother, like, I know exactly where I was at.
Yeah.
Like, this is my point. Like, I know exactly where I was at, you know, like when that shit happened. And I don't rate a car.
Yeah.
And if,
Well,
for some reason,
I don't know if I agree with that.
Now, if they said that I did rate a car, then I did rate a car. But I know where I was at, so I'm not gonna. If they say that I rate a car, I rate a car. But if I'm not in that zone, I'm not gonna be the one
yeah.
to be like, hey, I was like, you know, doing this stuff while that happened, you know. And he was like, well, let's go talk to him. I was like, you can go talk to him. I'm not fucking talking to no one because, like, again, the O3 community is so small, you know, like, especially when it comes to like our rank and above, like everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
You know, like you'll never get away with shit that you shouldn't have.
I know a dude who I worked with at SOI who has a car, and he got it on the 26th or
1/6.
Yeah.
The fucking.
Are you talking about Matt?
Fuck all
Their
them.
boat
No.
get shot or something?
Yes.
Sleeping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He was
the
sleeping.
thing.
So
the sea whiz
The
went
vape?
off.
Yeah.
Let's go to the vape.
I checked in to Fort Belvoir Hospital, and I have my stack, but I don't have an FMF pin. And they think I'm a shitbag. They literally,
The fuck.
Of course they do.
for the first day,
Yeah.
they
fucking
think I'm
suck.
some like fucking salty ass dude that was just like fuck the pin, and wound up getting follow on orders and didn't get his pin. And I'm like, no, I'm prior service. And they're like, oh shit, dude, we thought you were a shitbag. And I'm like, no, I'm a fucking Marine. Like, yeah, that's what it is.
Marine.
No, again,
You're
I'm
welcome,
always
Marine,
pretty
brother.
humble about that shit. And then we have Sergeant Major's meeting for our check-in, and they have this dude. I remember seeing him. He had a very similar last name to me, but I wound up sitting next to him, and I saw him in his dress uniform. I was like, "Hey, like, are you like a corpsman? Did you like do some shit?" He's like, "What? No, I'm a CS. He's a cook." I'm like, "You have a combat action ribbon though. Like, you haven't done shit." He's like, "Oh no, our boat got shot, or fleet got shot at." I was just like, "Oh, all right, cool."
10 nautical miles away.
I know a dude who was a peer of mine when we were boots. He was in the National Guard, and he was in Iraq for one of his one deployment he did with the National Guard in 7 years. And I forget which base he was on. He was on a big one. And the far end of it took IDF, and he literally says, he was like, I was literally playing World of Warcraft when we took IDF, and they blanketed everybody on the
But
base.
it's shit like that, though. It's like,
Yeah.
like if you just get blanketed, it's like, if you got blanketed a car and then you're going around being like, yeah, I was in the shit, that'd be one thing. But if you just get blanketed with it and I guess you don't have to wear it,
So-
but like, who's gonna be the guy that's like, yeah, I'm only gonna wear my top 3 ribbons? Like,
So-
no one's fucking doing that.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But I'm saying though, if you lie about where you were at, say in HKIA, right? Like if I was like, yeah, I was down there, like by myself though, and I just happened to get a car for some reason.
I was.
Exactly,
Yeah.
shit like that. people will fucking know, and people will start talking within our community and be like, no, he fucking wasn't.
Dude, I
that dude was wrecked out. Because I remember you two fucking came back like 10 minutes before the fucking bomb went off.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, before you guys left, you guys were like, oh, we're going to walk down there. And I was like, oh, I really don't fucking want to walk down there. And then you guys came back, like 30 minutes later, and you're like, there's too many higher ups. We're not dealing with that shit. And I had my fucking flak off, and I was like trying to take a nap. And then we all sat down, and like maybe 10 minutes later, the bomb went off or whatever.
Well, no, what happened was you were down there. Yes. And I was like, we're fucking bored. Like, let's go help. And we were walking down that long, like, driveway type thing. And we run into you. You're like, hey, like, it's cool if you guys go down there. It's like, just, the battalion chain of command is like, you know what? Like, fuck all that. And we walk back. And, like, 5-10 minutes later, because I was laying down. It was you, and I. We were drinking coffee. I was drinking coffee.
I made it for you.
And
just saying, I remember that.
Yeah.
I mean,
but we were not doing shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
Like, we weren't doing anything. But John was like, hey, he's like, go down there if you want, but be back in a little bit. But those people are down there, and I told, hey, what, fuck that. I'm like, I don't want to talk with Sergeant Major, so I could put my Kevlar on.
Yeah.
Hey man, we all should have gone down because we could have the bomb could have gone off and we could have fell down and acted like we had a fucking
I was literally standing
concussion.
You know what fucking pissed me off?
Saying Purple Heart, bro.
Direct
you and
line
I,
of sight, dude. I would have been fucking smoked.
After all that shit happened,
I would have been up on that barrier too. I would have been done too.
I was literally standing across from where the dude detonated at.
Woulda, shoulda,
10
coulda,
minutes
but
before
hey,
that.
$3,600 a month is $3,600 a month, bro. I live in a porta john for $3,600 a month.
I don't know what we're even fucking talking about anymore.
No, but
Bombs. We're talking about fucking Kumbalas.
the bomb.
The bomb.
What pissed me off more than anything is that you, John, and I, we were starting to run out to go help with the casualties.
I've never worn anything like this.
And fucking, who was 81's platoon sergeant?
It's your boy.
Shaw?
Yeah, Shaw. Shaw stops
whoa.
you and I. He's like, you guys need to not go
Yeah,
down there. We're
nuts.
like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean?
Hey,
He's like,
oh, shit.
my boys got it. We're like, all right, dude. Like, fuck you.
I also saw said name Marine fucking stabbing a dude through the fucking fence with his. He's like couldn't get this fucking dude.
Said name Marines were acting wild, bro.
These
S&Ms
dudes
were
had
acting
their
up.
hands on the fence. And he couldn't get him off the fence, so he takes out his pocket knife and starts fucking jabbing these dudes with his fucking
Dude,
knife.
your boy,
I can't do
your
these.
boy,
Yeah,
with
I
your
know.
boys.
Oh,
We're
man.
just doing, and I remember seeing him.
They're out of control. There's a few times. I'm like,
I remember
Wild.
seeing.
You need to chill
We all. I
the
think
fuck
we all
out.
know who we're
Wild.
talking about, right?
Yeah.
That dude's a dickhead.
He had his sleeves rolled down to here perfectly, and he had just. And I don't know the situation, but I just remember he had a perfect blood swipe on his camis, like a badge of honor. I was just like.
Look at me. Witness
But granted, I also have some subjective bias because me and him got into it a little bit, but
A few times.
just
Yo.
once.
I thought it was more than once.
Here, take your fucking sunglasses.
That was
back.
the whole thing.
Why do you have two pairs of sunglasses?
Because I think it's funny, and
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to get viewers.
2 is 1,
Fair
1
enough.
is none.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Bro.
Anyway,
0365, you should know that.
Hold on.
you're right. Always look cool.
So I remember going out there, and it was the Cat Red boots, and we were like relieving him for something. And I was with Cat Red for a while, Cat Purple. I remember them asking me, they're like, "Doc, is this combat?" And I was like, "It's something like it. I don't know what the fuck this is."
What do we call this? Can you
But
get the
I
letter?
remember, goddamn rascals.
Thanks, brother.
I remember
Yes, sir.
multiple times since being a former active duty infantry Marine, 331.
War dog.
I was Marine. / corpsman down in Horno, people ask me, especially like a couple lieutenants, like, what's the difference between now and then? I was like, well, I don't know if there's like a difference between now and then. I know there's a difference between Camp Horno and fucking 29 Palms. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I remember getting yoked up from a fucking parking lot away for being fucked up on something small. And here it's
Yep.
like no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Snipers
No
walk
one.
around.
But that's
however
always
the
been the
fuck-
stigma. Even
No
when I
one.
was early on
For Horno.
in my time in 5th Marines,
For
the
Horno.
dudes in Horno were always
Wild
I
and-
think it's just Horno in general.
But I remember
A little bowl.
Yeah.
But I remember finding out like a little bit why people treated me different. Like I have a combat action ribbon, and then meeting. I don't want to throw shade or anything like that. I hope it doesn't come across this way. But meeting y'all, and y'all had been in for so fucking long and done so many deployments, but never went to a combat zone.
Yeah.
But y'all were so much more trained than me, being a lance corporal, being a corporal, and y'all are sergeants and having so much more knowledge as being a squad leader or a fucking machine gun section leader compared to me. And I had such respect for y'all, but I thought it was kind of bullshit. Like y'all never got the fucking mission.
I mean,
That's
time
just
and
something-
place,
you can't-
honestly. Like,
Parents fuck sooner.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
always-
honestly, yeah.
Well, you're a war dodger. Everybody knows that. Gunner Duvall told you.
I went in the same. No, I didn't.
Wait, when did you come in?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, if you look at my DEP program warrant, it says
When did you go to boot camp?
2016.
So
So you came in what, 13?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's like
see,
13,
exactly.
14.
If I would have gone straight out of boot camp, I would have been 2013.
Yeah.
And that was like,
'Cause you're
I mean,
what?
maybe I would have hit the good part of the special purpose, but
I mean, I could have hit
John,
the
you're
end of
what?
Marja.
You're 30?
31.
was
Yeah.
that the
You're
only?
29? Yeah, so I mean, we're all a year apart because I came in at 14. Came in, like, really irrelevant
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
But who was getting that mission? Was it 7th Marines?
Seventh
Seven
Marines.
Marines.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so I was
special
just
purpose?
in.
Time, yeah.
I was just in
and I would have
with
gone to the
boys
East
doing the
Coast
shit.
too. I would have gone to the East Coast.
2013
Florida.
and on, it was 7th Marines. But
Yeah.
prior to that, like,
It was everybody
fucking
getting
3rd
some.
Marines
Anybody.
were
Because
getting
all
it,
my
fucking
peers-
5th Marines were getting it, 9th Marines do.
Gunner Duvall, man. I was like maybe the second time that I was at that we went to the armory. We were cleaning weapons. We did some battalion thing, and everyone was at the fucking armory. And Gunner Duvall, staff sergeant at the time, was across from me, and I was like a PFC, like literally like my 3rd week in the fleet. And he looks at me, and he goes, "Who the fuck are you?" And I was like, I like look around. I'm like, is he talking? Is this dude talking to me? And then he was like, "Yeah, you motherfucker." And I was like, "Oh, I'm PFC Rambo." And he was like, "How old are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm 20." And he was like, "You're a fucking war dodger, huh?" And I was like, "I don't think
Nope.
so. Like, I don't think so. Like,
Maybe.
Well, because
maybe."
one,
Maybe
two had
my
their
ankle
last,
broke.
like, legit, before it became the MACTAF, back in
2012 was about the last time that all
I
the
think 2014
regular-
the special
it
purpose
wa-
MACTAF
was-
started though.
1-7 did
Yeah.
it in 2014.
Then
Like-
1-2 was the last East Coast unit to go because when I was a 2-6 on my second deployment with them, because we did 26.
They did the, what is it,
Then-
Southwest or...
Yeah, Task Force Southwest. So they sent 3 companies to Norway. So it was Fox, which I was with, headquarters and weapons. They sent Gulf to Afghanistan and Echo to Spain. But they like had this up for debate. I don't know. It's like rocket attack, which one of my buddies did get fucked up on it. He was an RO, but there was like nothing completely like out of pocket. But besides them, like no East Coast unit up until now. 1-8 went to Afghanistan.
East Coast has always been trash though.
Facts. Yo, I cannot tell you when I first checked in, there's more pride, like with 1st Marine Division, than there has ever been. With
Yeah,
fucking
for sure,
like,
dude.
Yeah, because they're so close to the
'Cause I-
flag.
Well, everyone's
I
in
just saw,
First
like, a
Marine
bunch of, like,
Division, though.
Blue Diamonds when I first checked in. I'm like,
Everyone's
like,
in First
what
Marine
is
Division.
this?
Anybody that's
You ever see dudes with 2 stickers, 2nd and 1st? I've seen that in my
Dude,
neighborhood.
Speaking of the 2nd Marine Division, remember when we on the 26th, this most recent one, when we're up top,
Yeah.
before we went to the crosses and Tate was talking, and he was shitting on fucking 1-8 and all
Yeah.
the 2nd Marines, and there was those
Good,
dudes
yeah.
in front of us wearing those 2nd Marine Division shirts, and they were just
Yeah.
like staring at the ground, like fuck
as
those
they
guys.
should have.
Yeah, I just remember that. I was like,
I got into it with one of their squad leaders the night before, the morning of, because
What, in HKIA?
yeah, these kids jumped the fence or the T-walls.
I think I know
And
this.
and I was with Skipper, and they were just like violently like credit card swiping them, like being like obnoxious. And I started like getting into an argument with one of their squad leaders, and lieutenant's like, he's like, Rod, calm the fuck down. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm like, these fucking assholes, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, they're fucking kids. Like, who gives a shit? Yeah, dude, fuck.
Credit cards.
Dude, the best
Dude,
was
no, dude, it was violent. Like, it was like
the best
unprovoked.
In the booty hole.
the best the best
I think I saw that on the internet.
was our mechanic. I guess I won't say his fucking name.
You say it, I'll believe it, dude. Don't worry about it.
We anyway,
I don't know who you're talking about.
We already
Steve.
said his name.
he had
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we said it
security.
earlier.
We had
The jujitsu dude. He's
dude,
snatching
dude's
dudes
a
up. and
monster,
jujitsu.
bro.
Yeah.
He fucking had these dudes, and there was
This
like
is
that,
the funny. I
dude,
still tell this story all the time.
Dude, he had this little. I tell it all the time too. He had this. There was like the little slit in the T barriers, and there was like people like trying to get through there, and he finds some people trying to get through or whatever.
It's also like 3 in the morning.
I know
too,
this.
wasn't it?
He's like, hey, just chill, and then he come and gets me, and he's like, hey, we got some people trying to come through. I'm like, all right, well, just don't let them through. And he's like, nah, fuck that. And I'm like, all right, well, what do you want to do? So he doesn't say anything. He just walks over to there's like fucking 9 people or whatever the fuck it was. And he's like, all right, come through. And he lets like fucking 9 or 10 people through this little gap in the fucking wall or whatever. He lets them through. He's like, all right, just wait here. And he like gets them in a little box. And then he's like, all right, you ready? And I'm like, ready for what? And he's like, all right, we're going back. And we take them all the way back down to the end and stuff them through the little hole in the wall, dude. Let them through. Took them back.
Him throwing the flashbang.
The flashbang was hilarious, dude. These dudes kept throwing rocks at us. And he was like, for some reason, kind of hesitant about throwing this flashbang over the wall. And we're like, all right, I had like 2 on me. I was like, here, just take this one. And then he fucking yeets this shit over. And dudes on the other side just start going crazy. They're like, fuck you, blah, 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 or whatever fucking language they were speaking. And he just got immediately pumped. He's like, give me another one. Give me another one. I was like, all right, fine, fuck. Take this fucking flashbang from me, bro. Fuck, I don't care. Have you ever seen fucking Klein's hand? See ya.
No. Where you guys going?
Where are you going,
Get
Sam?
away from us, losers. What's
Don't
up,
touch my car.
Have you seen Klein's hand?
Wait, which Klein? Like 81th
The
Klein?
guy that blew
No,
his hand
no,
up,
no.
right?
Yeah,
He was in
dude. You
golf.
know him,
He was in
right?
golf or Fox? He was in
I
Fox,
don't know.
right?
No, he's in Fox.
He was in Fox.
Yeah. But you know about that guy, right?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know about
That
him.
dude's got the gnarliest scar on his fucking hand, bro. That
Blew his hand up.
shit
You don't
goes from
remember
like
that?
here and reaches down to here, from like here to here. But he got kind of, somebody tried to fucking do the cool thing of putting like electrical tape,
Oh my god.
like
Y'all
take-
don't know this story?
taking the
No.
No.
taking the.
Well, I mean, I remember some dude blowing their hand out.
he-
I
somebody
didn't hear the details.
he
of it.
was trying to get a flashbang and somebody handed it to him, but they were trying to do the cool guy thing of putting a electrical tape on the spoon or whatever.
Oh.
But they didn't put it on well enough, so they handed it to him and he held it, and then because the tape wasn't on fucking right, it fucking went off in his hand before he could throw it and literally blew his fucking hand up. And like he had to get medevaced out.
Yeah.
But he's fucking got
Hey.
the gnarliest scar. Hey, the hell, dog?
It's got
That's a devil dog right
that's
there.
a
though.
war
Holy
dog.
shit, dude.
This
Fucking
motherfucker,
straight
dude.
from the
Dude's salty
hearts
as
of
fuck.
classified hand. No.
Klein's a fucking good piece of gear. He's the platoon
I
sergeant
know how podcasts, dude.
in my class now.
So is his hand all fucked up, or is he?
No,
can use it?
he's
good?
hand's fine, but he's
Yeah.
got a fucking gnarly
Just
scar,
flesh
dude.
wound, I would imagine.
Gnarly scar though.
That's some like luck of the draw though. I mean, all the veins and shit in here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that dude's
Yeah.
locked on though for sure.
Yeah.
That's good for him. I don't think you were around, but do y'all remember my little fucking forced break I caused for us? I need 2 boots with no soles.
Oh yeah, I was there. That
Oh.
was me.
Oh yeah, that was
That was
because of me.
You looked at me.
I think.
Yeah.
I think that was my fault because it was it that one lady.
It was like
The
2
dog
of them.
Yes, yes,
passport
yes,
lady?
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dog,
that-
yeah, dog passport lady.
It kind of
Yeah.
fucks me up even more because they're for sure dead now. But yeah, you were
Not laughing because it's funny, laughing
Laughing
because
'cause
it's a
it's-
coping mechanism.
yeah, for sure. I felt so bad about that.
No, so we were by the golf cart, and I was like, "What IDs do you have?" And it was a bunch of dog passports. I'm like, "What the fuck?" And she was just like, she would faint and throw herself on the ground. I'm like, "Look, man," I'm like, "It's either you or I drag you out." then you came up. I'm like, Doc. I'm like, yeah, got him.
There's a little bit more to that. You're like, I'm about to drag. I heard you say this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to drag this person off.
Yeah.
And Gonzo was like, why
Gonzo was there.
don't you take a break, being the Samaritan he is? But then me, I'm out there just fucking cracking skulls with y'all.
Yeah.
And
Sticking to the roots.
I'm getting fucking fed up.
Yep.
And then I was just like, so, dude, tell me it's good. We're good. And you're like, yeah, get him the fuck out of here. And I was like, I need 2 boots with no fucking soles left. And 2 dudes popped up.
Who was it?
I don't know, but
Jen?
I dragged
Jen,
this
probably.
woman off.
Yep.
She passes out. I do a sternum rub. She's out. And she like wakes up and I'm just like, leave. She's like, stop yelling. And it was the big motor T dude was just like, put a hand on my shoulder. He's like, why don't you step away? And then I just walk back to the bus terminal. And then like moments later, y'all are like, yeah, we got put on a break by
We got
Captain
him. We got
Rod.
him out. We got him out for sure.
No, I know, but like, I was definitely at my limit. And Captain
Yeah.
Rod, I remember seeing Captain Rod and First Sergeant right there. And this like moments later, y'all roll up like, yeah, we got put on a break. I was like, that because of me? They're like, yep. And I felt like really bad. And then it's just like, dude, no one's thinking about that anymore. It's just you in your head. And I was like, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Man,
I miss that guy.
so that mother,
Fucking stud.
that dude is fucking,
One of the nicest guys you'll ever
dude. That dude is
Super
one of the
nice, like,
best
just
guys
most
you
genuine
literally could
person
ever
you ever
fucking.
met.
Always
meet,
had a
bro.
Vic. Always would hook
That
it up,
dude
dude.
was so smart, such a good dude. Didn't touch the alcohols.
Nope.
Didn't
No,
touch the fucking drugs.
cigarettes.
But he wasn't one of those weird dudes that would
No.
be like, "Why you guys drinking and
Yeah.
smoking and shit?" That dude is such a good dude.
I hope he
Yeah.
makes it with what he's trying
Me
to do.
too.
He's
He
killing
he
it.
made it through the first one
Did he?
that he had to go through.
I
yeah.
remember talking to him and he
Crushed
told me
it.
he
Did?
was,
I haven't talked to him since
Yeah,
then.
crushed it.
good for him.
I
So
I
he's-
FaceTime him every once in a while just because when I'm feeling down about myself being a piece of fucking shit, I'll fucking FaceTime because
forget
he's such
that
a good dude. Ugh, fuck
So
that.
he's probably onto the main.
He's
the main
about to
meal,
be.
right?
So he got selected?
He's
Oh,
about to
okay.
be. Yeah.
Good for
Oh,
him.
nice, dude.
Nice. Yeah.
That dude's
I
a
think he was
solid
doing really good
fucking
at
dude, bro.
jiu-jitsu, though. He was winning fucking
he's snatching
He's
him
still
up,
winning
left
up
and right.
up in Jersey.
Yeah.
Cutting
He's
hair
crushing
and
it.
fucking snatching bodies, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
dude.
It's cool to see people do good things.
Yeah, for real. I mean, that dude's such a good dude.
Dude, do you guys remember going back the night before we left, or like us 3 sitting out there, we put a little table out with the
Us 3
clippers.
who?
Cutting hair.
Us 3. Yeah, we told
Oh, yeah,
we
that
told
was
the
good
booters, we're like,
trash.
hey, like hey, it's up to you guys.
Before
those
we
guys
left
were all
on
cool.
deployment?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Sidebar. What the fuck happened with old Chicago Actual himself?
Uh,
The way
he was back in 2-1.
no, he has
who's the T-shirt is designed about?
yeah. He has to be kicked out.
Yeah, he got
No.
kicked out.
Did he?
Yeah, he got kicked
I thought
out.
he went back to 2-1.
He called me. He's
Oh,
he's
yeah, he
he's
called me
You
too.
wouldn't fucking believe it.
Yeah, dude.
And
he
I was
went-
like, that is.
he went through fucking TSA with
Yeah,
2 fucking
40 mic mics,
ATDP 40 mic
You know
mics.
what's you know what's
What a dumb
Dude, he
motherfucker.
deserved that then.
you know what? He's actually really smart, which is
No,
very intelligent.
yeah, but
Yeah, he's very
okay,
smart. He's just
let's fucking back it up a little bit, gentlemen. There's a bunch of smart dudes that are dumb motherfuckers, though.
I can agree with that.
You know, like I don't care that he's smart.
I remember-
don't care if he was the smartest dude in the world. He was a piece of fucking shit. Like that's literally all to it. Like, you know, like he could literally be the smallest or the smartest person in the world.
Yeah.
For all, you know what I'm saying though, but he was a piece of shit. Like when we have our job, right? Especially when we went through what we went through, right? Like I would not want, and I'm glad he didn't go, but I would not want him on my side, even as a junior Marine. I don't care how smart he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's like a deliberate thing in our job, like that makes or breaks dudes. And I think I learned it from you is like, I don't personally think that I would be the smartest person, but I feel like I'm a pretty good dude. But you can always have somebody study more and learn about their job and become better as an O3. But you will never just get somebody to be a better dude. As in like what
Yeah,
we need.
a better person.
Somebody will never just be a better person out of nowhere.
You don't think a
That's in
personal
their
mentorship
DNA.
would help?
maybe a little bit, but not when it comes to
Because
like,
I did have
just in their
conversations
DNA.
with him, and I did talk to him about.
Can you fix ignorance though? Can you?
I don't think he was ignorant.
No, he knew what he was doing.
Dude, because I tried that shit with,
Him?
no, not him, the other one.
Say it. I'll bleep it. Okay.
I tried that
yeah. Oh,
multiple
all right.
times. Like him and I, had personal issues.
I think
together,
he is-
And then I had brought him in multiple times after that, and look, he's still the same person.
I had conversations. I had interactions. I almost fought him. I think he's actually dumb.
No, he's legit dumb.
He's very dumb.
The other guy has physical, mental attributes, but his character and attitude were the issue.
But why am I dealing with a fucking dude, right, on his first deployment that has no experience, never done anything? Not saying that I'm some salt dog of the fucking earth, but I have experience. I've been to schools, I've been other deployments, know what needs to go on. Why am I dealing with some kid that's going to get pissed off about somebody fucking telling him to fucking uncuff his sleeves? And like in a way that you would just be like, why are you thinking that me asking you to do something is like some, crazy thing for me to ask you to do? That is what I'm talking about. You will not fix that. And we obviously we couldn't fix that. He's a piece of shit. The guy's a piece of shit.
I don't know if I agree with that, but
Maybe.
I do understand where you're coming from as far as like, look, I'm trying to explain something to you that we're all scrutinized for. If I were to do the same thing, I would get blasted by someone inevitably, right? But my argument towards him is, did he have someone, and maybe I'm wrong here, and maybe y'all did.
VC was. Who's his VC? Was it?
And he always
No,
Sir,
because I get
Obama.
what you're saying. Yeah, if there was maybe a stronger
Right.
person,
Maybe.
Because I did have,
and I will say our platoon, for the most part, was kind of weak on leadership
Junior
wise.
Yeah, senior wise, yes.
Yeah, like
As-
they
Oh, I
weren't.
was
They
gonna
were
say
very,
junior
very
rank.
passive leaders,
as a person,
which is not necessarily wrong or a bad thing. But yes, if there was a less passive leader in charge, directly in charge of him, yeah, absolutely. I think it could have something like that could have been worked out.
Yeah.
but
I don't think it was.
So-
we didn't have that.
as a
For him.
as a person that was there but didn't have a leadership role. I'm just a fucking corpsman.
Mm-hmm.
I did observe, and especially in HKIA, because we lost all our corporals because of the vaccine.
We didn't have anyone. It was us three.
Yeah.
But there was
literally us three.
there was a
Segura.
bit of a disconnect between platoon sergeant, sergeants, and then all
Junior ranks.
lances.
Yeah.
There was no corporals there. There was no.
we got kind of handcuffed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how that was. And then there was the whole fucking going off to the place we can't talk about and then being with Cat Purple and getting complacent. I remember you showing up and like I knew y'all.
Yeah.
But then I remember witnessing you be a sergeant. And you're just like, hey, motherfucker. No. I was like, oh, he's a sergeant. I know him as Rod.
Yeah.
Me and fucking Rod and the corpsman and me and my situation, and then you start being a sergeant and like getting into people's asses and fucking.
And you probably didn't see any of that.
I didn't
prior to
see
him
any of
getting
that.
there. Yeah.
No,
That's,
Yeah.
because everybody's lackadaisical.
Yeah.
It's all corporals.
I think
It's-
I think that stems from the VCs that we inherited, and I say that because you came from SOI, you came from 1.5, I came from 2.6, so it's not like we were organic to 2.1 prior to that deployment.
Yeah, we didn't grow up with
So-
those dudes.
But I did see it later on from the corporals when we were doing a workup we weren't going on. I saw it from Hobbs and like the new booty boots that showed up, and one of them just like dropped Hobbs and didn't say Corporal Hobbs.
Yeah, that
And
that
he
was
just
I mean,
fucking grabbed and he's like, what the fuck did you just say? And he was like, I misspoke. And he's just like,
You're like,
bitch.
goddamn right.
He's like, this is the one time. You understand me? I was like, good. That is a fucking corporal. That is the corporal I know.
Well, that was
But
the disconnect that we had.
They didn't keep
though.
that same energy the entire
No,
time.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That
I
was
don't know.
that was also a disconnect that we had. Is like we have been in, and then especially fucking John has been in. Obviously, he took over the role as platoon sergeant, but he's been in for X amount of years, like our job ain't anymore to do this.
Right. That is.
We need the corporals to fucking
Exactly.
hold the line with fucking those dudes. And then we had to also do what we needed to do. And then he needed to do what he needed to do as a sergeant. But we also had to handle junior Marines when we should have had corporals backfilling that space to like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
oh
absolutely.
my God, I have to tell this because I tell it to fucking
Mountains are blue.
any time that I'm talking about like any structure of rank, whether I'm talking to my students or anything like this, when I got to the fleet, I thought it was like my first platoon with Weldon was like literally, we just got lucky, I think, because my seniors were so good, to be honest, and we just had such a good platoon. But I tell this to everyone, and even my junior Marines, my students, I should say, is when I came into the fleet, right? I had a VC, as in Corporal Castorena. And if I fucking went and talked to fucking Weldon, I would be fucking done, bro. I would immediately be fucking done.
Yep.
I would get, I mean, I never did it.
That's the Marine Corps I grew up in.
I never, and they instilled this, and that's why I've still stuck with that, because I mean, I never did it because I didn't want the consequences of what would happen if I did. But they were like, look, if you need something, you're going to come to me, Corporal Castorena. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, fuck, I'm not going to talk to fucking John or fucking, obviously, Sergeant Weldon at the time. I'm not going to go talk to them. And, I mean, it would be a definite no for me to ever talk to the platoon sergeant. It's almost like, in my mind, it's crazy that people think, like, I have students that will go, students that will think that they can go up to, like, a first sergeant and talk to them, or the CO and talk to them. Like, bitch, you're fucking crazy,
That was
motherfucker.
a big thing in the Navy for me, because especially medicine side, my first duty station being in the ER, and I'm working peer to peer with a major, with a colonel doing sutures, and they're chill. They're super chill. And I remember, like, one of my first days, some major or whatever they're called in the Navy, fuck it.
Captains.
No, gold oak leaf, fucking lieutenant commander.
You're in the Navy, dude. You should know that.
I should, right? But I don't. I'm been drinking and I haven't eaten today.
Fair enough.
So,
Haven't eaten.
but I just remember like saying something like,
Grab the cigarettes and lighter.
I just remember saying something like nonchalant, like, oh, no worries, and walking away. And like, oh my God, I just said that to an 04. Yeah. And like, I go back, I like tell my LPO and like and I go to the officer and like, I'm so sorry I spoke that way. And this nurse is like, what are you fucking talking about? Yeah. I was like, I said no worries. And she's like, you need to fucking relax, dude. And so but the Marine Corps I grew up in, you're right. Dude, you don't go beyond that fucking corporal. You're not talking to Gunny. Dude, if Gunny's talking to you, but you're
oh my God.
I
gotta say something.
I was 31st Mule. I was boat ops, and Gunny was on my boat. And I'm like 22, 21, 20 years old, and like Gunny's talking. I like chime in. I just remember my corporal's like, would you shut the fuck up, dude? Yeah, I understand he's talking, but he's not talking to you. All you have to talk about is boot camp. And I just remember like, oh yeah.
I remember
that makes sense.
I remember
Squared
we
away.
were getting
Big
shit.
gulps.
We had all our trucks parked outside of the barracks one time. We were about to go to the field or something. And I just slipped my mind to do as a fucking gunner or whatever. Like, I just didn't do it. And our platoon sergeant, and I fucked up bad. And our platoon sergeant fucking said something to me. He's like, why the fuck is this not done? Or whatever it was. And I literally just, for some reason in my mind, I just said, I couldn't figure that out or something. Or whatever I said. It was not
Garcia, motherfucker.
whatever. It was not the correct way to fucking go about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, within like half a second, dude. Weldon, every single motherfucking VC in my fucking in our section was on me like white on rice, bro. Because I immediately just said like something like to the point where I was telling the platoon sergeant like I couldn't get it done or something like that. And I mean, they were on me like fucking white on rice.
Well, what didn't you do?
I didn't set up something with the turret or something like that. I forget exactly what it was.
Goddamn.
But it was the way that I said it to the platoon sergeant that really
Betrayed
fucked me
laziness.
That really fucked me over.
You know
and
what-
they fucking ate me up. And I really remember thinking like, dude, these dudes are fucking assholes when I was a fucking junior Marine. But now
It makes sense.
I'm just
dude.
like,
I
what the
know.
fuck, bro? Like, we got, like, I swear, dude, I see it in SMY all the time, like, students. And I'm like, bitch, you're not even in the fleet, dude. Like, how do you think that you as a private can go up to whoever the fuck you want? I'm like, and talk to whoever you want in any, like, they'll just go up to fucking the first sergeant or even the chief. I'm like, bitch, you don't rate to talk to the chief. Like, I talk to the chief.
Yeah.
Like, he's my boss.
I think
I'm your boss, motherfuckers. You don't go up to whoever you want and talk to him, but they'll sit there and talk to the first sergeant or the CO and talk to him like about whatever. I'm like, bitch, I can handle this. Like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
I think
I
that's
got
where it gets lost in translation, like nowadays. And people are quick to say, the Marine Corps gotten soft. Like every generation is going to say that because my senior said that. I'm sure your senior said that. Like, it's just the fact of knowing your place. And like, I'm a firm believer. I was like, know your place, trash. Like, I was trash. You were trash. You were trash to someone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And my senior always told me, he's like, you're always going to be boo to someone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whether you like it or not, you're always going to be boo to someone. And I think that's what kept me, I guess, humble per se, like this far, because someone's going to out fucking perform me. Like, John, like, I showed up to 2-1. I was like, dude, I'm line machine gun section leader. Like, this is good. Like, oh, you're going to CAAT. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what's CAAT? Like,
Yeah.
and dude, like, honestly, showing up to 2-1, going to CAAT, best thing that ever happened to me, because wouldn't fucking change anything for the world.
Yeah, and it's funny too. I was just talking to Sabrina about this. We just like randomly got on the topic of like my fiasco that I had at SOI when I was there and getting in trouble, losing my rank, and how I ended up in 2-1. And I'm like after everything's all said and done, like I wouldn't change it just because of the experience I had at 2-1.
Yeah.
And like the dudes that I met there and the opportunities that I got when I was there. But yeah, no, I had this senior too that I remember. He was a nice guy. He was awesome. He was one of the like more level-headed dudes that I had. But he was very, very annoying because he was extremely persistent in everything that he did. But he was like, every once in a while, he'd be like, dude, just trust me. One day when you have dudes underneath you, everything that I'm saying to you and the things that I make you do and just like the procedures and everything, it's all going to make sense one day. And I remember I finally got my first set of boots. And I just remember I was like at the armory and I was talking to fucking one of them. And I'm like, fucking dude. He was right. That motherfucker was right, dude, because it makes sense, dude.
Dude, always
Because you just
right.
don't, because like you see it from a totally different perspective. You know, like when you finally like, all of your shit's all fire and forget, but you've got all these dudes. Like I always relate to every single peer group that I've been in charge of. Like boots are they're like 8-month-old or 8-week-old puppies, dude. They have to be taken outside to go piss. They have to be fed. They have to be like taught how to sit and shake. You know, like it's like you can get a 27-year-old fucking dude with a bachelor's degree who is a cop for 6 years, who's a PFC in the Marine Corps, and inevitably they're going to be retarded. You know, like you just have to like bring it back down and just go back. But it's just funny how like he always says that like, yeah, dude, it'll make sense one day. And sure enough, he was fucking right, because I'm like, you just like that light bulb just switch in your head and you're like, fuck.
What the fuck?
Dude, crazy that people. It's weird to me that like when I went to 2-1 too, is like I remember hitting you up specifically.
Shut up.
When I remember hitting up John specifically, and I was like, hey, like when I was first
hooked
checking
you up too, dude.
when I was checking into 2-1, I was like, hey, like what time we gonna do platoon formation? Like what time we gonna get after it? You know, like just ready to get back into the swing of fucking being. And he was like, yeah, we're gonna meet up at 7:00. And I
think it was 8.
Well, dude, I didn't know anyone in 2-1.
whatever it was. 7 or 8.
The only person,
Even 7 though, I was like 7:00. Bro, I'm about to sleep in, my boy. And I was like, "What the fuck are we doing, dude?"
Yeah.
And then I remember fucking when we were doing the machine gun thing, I was like, "Look, I want to get kind of comfortable with the
Yeah, that's when you first checked in.
Yeah,
right?
I want to get comfortable with the platoon or whatever, and I'm gonna take them for a little run
I
or
remember
whatever.
that.
And like dudes were like, I was like, look, we're gonna be out there at 6:30, and which is not early, and we're gonna fucking do this run. And dude, I mean the amount of fucking headache that I got from these fucking dudes was like, I was like, bro, this is 6:30, bro.
Such a weird dynamic.
In 1.5, dude. But this is the other thing though. Like when we were in 1.5, when I showed up to the fleet, and I thought it was like a normal fucking like my thing that I always say is like when they came out with that white letter from the fucking East Coast.
Yeah.
When they're like, yeah, you guys are gonna be out at this time. I'm like,
was there for
bitch,
that.
we've been
Yeah,
doing
been
that.
doing this.
We've been on that, dude. Like this is a normal fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then coming to 2-1, I was like, holy shit, because when I got to the fleet, it was like, hey, you're gonna wake up at 5:30, and by 5:45, you're gonna be on the catwalks, and you're gonna be fucking sweeping, and you're gonna be fucking cleaning this shit. Your fucking room, your door's gonna be open. Your senior's gonna come through at fucking 6. They're gonna fucking inspect your room. They're gonna inspect the catwalks. 6:15, 6:30, we're gonna be out fucking for company platoon formation. And then we're gonna be kick off the fucking PT till 8:39 or whatever the fuck it was.
Well, that's
And
why.
I fucking, it was annoying as fuck when I was like a junior Marine, but now I'm like, fuck, we gotta have that kind of
Like I
fucking
said, that light
standard.
bulb, dude.
We gotta have that fucking standard of like, hey, we need to do this shit. And the good thing was though, when I first got to the fleet though, is like, whatever was instilled to my fucking seniors prior, or the fucking corporals and sergeants prior, was like they were doing the shit too though.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't catch these motherfuckers like sleeping in. Like
Yeah.
these motherfuckers.
You did have a really, really good set of scenes.
Dude, these motherfuckers would be out there, and they would be in their camis or whatever the fuck we had to do, uniform, shaved, everything before us, ready to go.
So when I
Ready
grew
to
up,
go.
we didn't have sergeants.
Yeah, that same with me.
We
There
didn't
was one
yeah.
sergeant. There was like 2 sergeants in the entire company.
A homegrown sergeant was insane.
Yeah.
And we did have them, but like they weren't mine.
You even if you had them, you
Keep
didn't
passing.
see them.
Right.
Yeah.
We had 2 corporals that was the fucking rank. And that was it. If I talked to Gunny, there better been a fucking
You better have been told.
incredible reason that I needed to talk to Gunny. And my
So-
Gunny was old Salt Dog. Go ahead.
So the thing with so background, you guys know, but for the audience, I went to FAST. All my seniors were sergeants from the fleet, which luckily, like, they were good.
I had a
right?
bunch of issues with y'all, by the way. Anyway,
Not with y'all.
No.
Them, not me.
Y'all as in who?
as in dudes showing up being corporals thinking they're the shit.
yeah, yeah.
I'm a
That's a-
Lance.
So-
I've
that's
been
a
doing
problem
this
with
for a
everyone.
minute.
No, all right, so I'm
That's
gonna
common knowledge.
I'm gonna elaborate on that
Common
one.
across the board.
I'm gonna elaborate on that one.
It's
So
corporal. It's like, it's bitch, dude. Shut the
I requested orders to go to 7th Marines. I was a corporal. I'm like, just let me go. I'm like, because that's the time they had, the deployments. So like, nope, fuck you. You're going to 2-6. I'm like, all right. I show up to 2-6. I checked
You got
in.
hooked up on going to 2-6 though.
Yeah, 100%. I checked in 2 weeks later. They got back from Yuma, and I look at, meet all my, good friends now. I was like, hey, like, I'm not trying to be that guy that thinks that knows everything. Like, I went to AMGC. It is what it is, but you guys been doing this longer than me. But there, like you guys were saying, there's no fucking sergeants. There's all of us that were corporals. Dude, we fucking ran the platoon, not just the section, because we were the only section with seniors, and we trained them. And
I mean,
up until now, like, that is the best, like, machine gun section I've ever had.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the other thing though, is like, again, like I was never gonna talk to fucking Weldon. Like I literally had no reason to talk unless he talked to me. I was not gonna talk to him.
But
And-
I showed up humble. Like, I was like, that's not me like stroking my own fucking dick, but it's like I knew my place. Like, know your place, trash. Like, I've done this, you guys done that. I'm here to sit back, see how things work out, and then I'll start putting my 2 cents
But
in.
we did a good thing too, though, which I don't know why people don't do this in weapons company more, or just in general. Is like we did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was Chuck PT, where you get fucking thrashed, and then Thursday was section PT, and then Friday was platoon PT, where we get thrashed again. But
dude, every day was fucking
Weldon
platoon
would
PT.
usually cover down on morning BDR, as in like he would get accountability for our platoon sergeant. So I would see him in the morning, wouldn't see him again until we had fucking afternoon formation right before we got off. And that's the only time that I would see him. I wouldn't talk to him or nothing like that, and I would damn sure not see our platoon sergeant. What's up?
I would talk shit.
Yeah, but not.
Find him.
Yeah, but you wouldn't catch me fucking going to. Yeah. I would go to my VC's room and like knock on the door and be like, "Hey, like I need this or whatever." But you would never catch me going to my section leader's fucking room and knocking on his room and being like, "Hey, I need this," because I would immediately he would immediately be like, "Yo, why the fuck have you not talked to?" Chain of command. And if I did, and if they couldn't figure it out, guess what? It wouldn't be me. It would be my fucking VC.
Yeah.
But again, I would literally never see them.
Yeah.
John,
like they would be handling other shit.
John, I got a question for you. Maybe y'all can all comment on this, but when I was a senior line, I used to see how much the staff and would work on getting ranges set up, supplies coordinated. They're whatever y'all do, the fucking type outs y'all have to do and present, and then it gets shot down by the gunner or whoever. And I remember talking to one of the lieutenants and maybe a staff sergeant to be like, do you think it'd be beneficial to like grab a couple lance corporals, sit them in the office for a day and see how the bread's made? Do you think that would be beneficial at all?
We did that 1-5.
Yeah. Like the what are they called? The company clerk.
Company clerks.
That's kind of what they do. Like they assist and all that shit, and it definitely does help. Like, because I've talked with Thomas about it. Thomas is the most recent one that we had, and then even a really good friend of mine, who was in 81s for my first deployment, and then my second deployment, he was the company clerk, and just like seeing the whole other side, because it is like, that's why we're talking about the corporals need to be doing the corporal shit, holding the line, because once you get to a part of leadership, all the administrative bullshit that you have to deal with, and it's all bureaucracies, man. Like, it's, if you think about it, a lot of it's just unnecessary. You don't need to do
all the rosters,
but it has to be done because the organization fucking makes you do it. You know, like all
it thrives off paperwork,
fucking confirmation briefs and scheduling ranges and logistics. But I bet you if like we grabbed like a squared away lance corporal and a corporal and be like, hey, we're gonna go out and I need you to go out and you're gonna go to range 218. You're gonna conduct this set of training. Fucking go. And I bet you, without doing all of that extra bullshit, like the confirmation briefs, making the PowerPoints, and if he just like went to each little fucking shop and it's like, hey, can I have these MREs? Like, hey, can you come pick us up on this day and drive us here? I bet you they'd be able to figure it out. But I think a lot of that shit is a waste of time.
Yeah, but I remember, I think I was still in weapons and y'all were just trying to get people with certs out to a range.
Yeah, it's stupid, dude.
And it was like, dude, when I was a booty boot, when we were all booty boots, we just showed up to the tarmac or whatever fucking, blacktop at some ungodly hour at 4:00 in the morning, staged our gear and like, oh man, blah, blah. And I'm not saying all of them need this, because some dudes have rocks, right? Some dudes, you're just talking to a fucking painted wall. But other dudes that have a little bit more, that are going to be these future leaders, could understand, like, dude, weeks.
I think it would help. Because I always try that in my leadership after, like, once I got more comfortable and kind of developed my own leadership style, was try to bring dudes in and kind of give them the why for it.
Yeah, the
like,
why.
Hey, this, I understand this is fucking stupid. Trust me, I hate it too. But this is X, Y, and Z, why.
Yeah.
And kind of like the end state on why it's important.
I feel like I can talk about that too with being an SOI.
Yeah,
too.
SOI is a really good one.
SOI has really developed me as like a fucking, like, what you have to what goes behind the scenes to actually have shit done. Just with all like the white tape that goes on, to set up ranges and stuff like that. And like, maybe you can see it at Edson Range, but like there's so much shit that you have to do. That you have to
even
do
SOI too, though,
to set up ranges. But I will say though that like I wish that I would have known it before I went to SOY.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not an idiot, so I could like understand. Like, I had my RSO cert before I went to SOY and shit like that. But like, to actually set up ranges and what you have to do, and I would say even like one of my comments for ISOLC was, I know it's like kind of a hard thing to say or to do, but like set up like a day where you like, because like ISOLC is mainly for like tactics and stuff like that, but like as sergeants, because it's a sergeant's course, is like, let's have a day where we like go through the procedures of like how to set up a range, how you actually talk to long rifle.
You guys didn't do that?
No, we didn't. And
Really?
like what you need to set up the range, because like
Yeah.
people think that they'll just be like, hey, we're here, like we're good. But like
So-
you need a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You need a lot of shit
I
to be
remember
able to set up a range.
being a booty boot and like, oh, the range is done. Oh, but also like in my mind, I know that like, dude, we're hours away because so many different things has to happen. I don't know what has to happen, but I know some dude in civvies comes out and gives us a thumbs up. We have to clean. We have to do this. We have to go to the armory. But I don't know. I think just as like future leaders, that could be something.
I mean,
it's definitely-
sometimes you get it though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like it's also though that like, you know, like it would be super cool for every junior Marine to be able to see how you set up ranges and like go on Ristmas and shit. But that's like also like kind of not possible for everyone.
It's funny
Not
that we're
every-
actually,
again,
you
because
know.
we were talking about certain individual that
There's certain individuals.
certain individuals, you're talking to a painted wall, right? Whatever fucking bad analogy. But certain dudes, there's a dude named had a full-on bachelor's degree, fucking wanted to be an officer, couldn't make the run times, and he wound up being meritorious. He's off doing good things. But like that dude
Yeah.
can comprehend
in.
everything you're throwing at him. But you have a lot of officers and staff sergeants kind of not up their own ass, but like busy.
Big Mike, dude. That's Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Or like,
Oh man. Speaking
Mike.
of, is he going through the academy with you or some shit?
no.
No, he's
Oh,
going to Washington. I actually,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
see
he
him at
was-
jiu-jitsu all the time.
Oh,
We
okay.
talk all
That,
the
so
time,
I
yeah.
think that's why you hit me up about
Yeah.
him, right? Yeah.
he doesn't like California.
It was a good piece of gear, but I also thought, you know, that whole thing with what he just with
COVID
his
stuff.
what's up,
The COVID stuff.
the COVID stuff. I just
You gotta
thought,
respect it though. It's his.
I
I mean, it's his
understand
his choice.
prerogative.
both
dude.
avenues, and I've had
Yeah.
many conversations with him specifically about it, where he was like, "You're just," and I called him out on it later on, but he's like, "I didn't say that." I was like, "You said it." He's like, "You're just cool being cattle." I'm like, "Brother, I joined."
wait,
something.
wait. Cool being cattle in what way?
A sheep.
As in, like we fucking because we took the jab.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
you know, this is my thing though.
Can I
This is my
finish?
thing.
Can I finish what I'm saying in my conversations with him?
I'm-
Because I'm probably going to say what you're going to say.
okay, I'm sorry.
I joined something on the dotted line says you might be in danger's way. So if I say, no, I'm not going to take this thing in order to do that job, yeah, I get it. Agent Orange, fucking smallpox, all that shit. Fucking, what is it?
Anthrax.
Anthrax.
Yeah, anthrax.
That was Hoteling was talking about that. It's like,
I
we
got
already
my
went through
anthrax.
this with anthrax. I was like, dude, I've already made that decision. Do I want my family to do that? No, they're a different thing. They're civilians. But I'm in this thing where I'm trying to accomplish a mission. I know I'm enlisted and I'm a pawn. But I signed it. And I hate it when people are like, you fucking get a paycheck, don't you? Yeah, that's gay. But there is something in here that says I'm trying to accomplish a certain thing. This is the avenue I'm going, and what do I have to do to get to there? Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of those dudes that didn't get the jab, that massive regret because we went to HKIA, and this is a weird thing with combat. You don't want it for your guys, but you want it for yourself. No, I want to keep them fucking innocent. I want to keep my children innocent. But yeah, dude, I did that fucking thing. It's a weird thing. I guarantee you, I would highly surmise that any of those dudes that didn't get the vaccine, that didn't go to HKIA, would have gotten it in order to go.
Well, I mean, good example is, I mean, you can bleep his name out if you want, but
Yeah.
Yeah, he's prime example. He kicked himself in the ass hard.
They have to live with that.
Yeah.
Do I?
Well, my point is,
And
I mean,
You're
fucking.
gay. We get it.
Yeah, well, I'm gay, but
Homosexual.
also, you know, how many fucking shots do we get?
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
was saying.
Well, so-
Did you have this issue when you fucking half-mass your underwear in boot camp?
Exactly,
And
like-
I didn't know one fucking thing about those. I'm sure they're not great. Whatever.
Probably
so,
not.
I
did
mean,
it.
even on that, like, Troy, he told us, he's like, hey, he's like, you guys don't get it. It may come back to bite you in the ass.
That's exactly why I did it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not fucking risking this shit, man.
Yeah, and it was when we all went down to Balboa, and we got the second jab.
Old
I mean,
Brad and Sag match got me, dude. They brought all the corpsmen out. They had some captain in
Yeah,
the
dude, they had
in the
Gunnarsson
Navy
come out too. Yeah.
and full bird captain
remember
in the
that.
Navy. And I just saw Sag Madge and Brad basically just like doing this in the corner. And then they briefed us and they're like, you think you're going to get the fucking mission if you don't get this? Nope. You're going to be sitting on a boat. You're going to be sitting fucking Idlewild. And fucking those dudes are going to go do it. And I was just like, all right. I didn't tell my wife. She was pissed off I did it. I did it.
I got it.
You're
once.
already cattle, brother. You signed up to be cattle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, I knew that on my fucking dad.
Some people are too smart. They are too smart
Yeah, or they're too fucking dumb.
in the way that they're too smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're-
or they're too fucking dumb. I'll
Dude,
take the
how did
latter.
y'all do in high school? I was smart enough to cheat. Was I smart enough to fucking study and take the exam? Sure. But I also knew I could fucking cheat my way
Yeah, I
through.
cheated my way through high school.
I didn't learn a goddamn thing because I was smart enough to fucking get around the system. Sometimes you're too smart, dude. I think should have been an officer and he would have had a different story. But he had all these credentials. He's a smart ass dude and he got told to fucking watch VIX. And he's like, what is this shit? And it's like, this is part of being a boot. I had that issue. I was fucking 22 when I was fucking enlisted. And I remember my brother was like, you're just going to have to eat shit. You're just going to have to eat shit, dude. You're going to get beat up on. You're going to fucking get
Hard
put
to
on
do.
this.
It's definitely fucking hard to do.
Yeah, everybody gets treated like they're black in the Marine Corps.
It's true.
You know,
Black in the '60s.
I mean,
No,
like,
but
No,
back it
that
up.
was the Air Force like general or some shit. He's like, I love the Marine Corps. They
Yeah.
treat everybody like they're black.
Yeah.
that's what my dad said before I joined. He was like, "Look, don't fucking think that like," because I remember fucking the recruiter fucking upsold me on like whatever it was, and I came home, I told my dad, and but my dad's a fucking Marine too, or was a Marine, and he was like, "Look,"
double dog.
he's like, "Look,"
once a-
he's like, "Why don't you shut the
Always.
fuck up?" And I was like, "All right." And he was like, everybody gets treated like they're black in the Marine Corps. Don't expect fucking dick. And I was like, all right, sure. And sure
I
enough,
mean, you got
bro,
dick for sure. Like, you know.
I got a bunch of dick.
Yeah. Yeah, I think an issue with the people we were talking about and the people you're dealing with is that the society they're in, they think they can walk into the fucking CEO's fucking office and complain and fucking get something done. They're entitled and privileged to think that
We're the Y generation, brother.
Yep.
We're working through the Y generation.
I don't know any of that shit. I'm
Why?
I'm
Why?
like,
Asking questions, asking why.
Why?
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
But I feel like with that, you know, it hasn't really changed though. Like, you know, there's a reason we have the keep your Marines informed. That's always
Yeah.
been a thing. That's a Y thing.
And that's where it goes back to
Well,
that good
do you
leader
have
who
to?
can just,
Now,
when giving orders,
well, hold
You
on.
gotta tell
give
them
that
why.
as well,
hold on,
yeah.
hold on. There's a certain individual that I thought he was a monster before I met him. And then I met him. And I changed my mind. And he's one of my good friends today.
who?
Andrew. I saw him eager for word, and I did see y'all treat him like shit.
No,
And I remember,
not me.
like,
Don't fucking put that one on me. That
Okay,
was
that's fine.
That fucking guy. That
but
guy.
I
has a
remember
disdain
him being
for
a sergeant.
Sorobi.
He's like, I'm asking. And you're like, we'll fucking tell you. And y'all hadn't told us. And he was looking for word.
and what?
I just remember, and honestly, it was him. It was him and Rod. He came into our room asking fucking normal fucking questions, and you got pissed with him. You're like, dude, we'll fucking tell y'all.
Was that in Kuwait?
We didn't always get word.
Was that
dude.
before or after?
After.
After.
Well,
I
you
mean,
know.
dude, I mean, honestly.
A lot of after. I mean, even before, dude, it was like constantly
Love
changing.
I love, and
Love
I
and death.
think just you and him didn't get along.
Dude, no.
And I think it's personality thing.
Yeah, just our personalities just didn't clash. He's a good guy. He's fucking like, if I could literally call him right now and say that I need literally anything, and he will.
Yeah, he'll
I haven't
move
talked to him in
heaven
a year
and
and a
earth.
half. Yeah.
He's a good dude.
He's just.
He's a lot.
Yeah.
He's a lot.
That's
He's
that's
a lot.
something my brother told me.
It's his personality.
Yeah.
For
I get
sure.
it.
Like,
I get it.
and I'm not gonna fault him for that because I
You
love him
can.
to death. No, I mean I'm not because like there's no reason to, you know.
Yeah.
No,
But he and he wanted the why, but at some points it's like, dude, just
I think
like,
he wanted information.
Yeah.
and I think at a certain point, y'all were hard to talk to.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that
Yeah.
though.
We were.
I think
We were.
everybody was at their wits' end
No, I get
on
it.
the end of that deployment.
Y'all ghosted
But dude,
me.
and
I don't
also
know what
with that
happened
one
with
too,
that.
Everyone
though, like,
ghosted
a lot
everyone,
of the time,
bro.
like I couldn't give information just because it was going to change as soon as I was finishing
I think-
giving you the
I
information.
think you're
So
different.
a lot of times, so I was very
You're-
strategic in how I passed out information.
Can I
So a
see
lot
the
of times,
vape?
like some of that shit doesn't pertain to anybody. You know what I mean?
I get it.
So
My brother told me this. He was a boot. He got sat next to a sergeant on a bus going somewhere. And my brother said something. He's like, yeah, I just don't think you like me. He's like, it's not my fucking job to like you.
yeah, that's also true.
You just
too.
need to do
That's
your
100%
You just
true.
need to do
Yeah.
what the fuck I say. We don't have to get along.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in charge of you. And your father, and like, I think with like these corporals, and even, dude, I have an E2 that is just retarded. He's an HA. And I always say, I
Fuck, it's
think
an HA.
E2, a fucking
Never
PFC.
seen an HA.
Yeah,
corner
they
before.
usually have a first command, but he's first command.
Is that just the box?
Yeah.
Okay. Glaze Nuts was an HA.
And I was like, man, I just wish you could go to a line company. Like, why? Because you would learn, dude. You would learn through
You
hardships.
Learn.
know your place, trash.
Yeah, because he just has an excuse and this and that, and he gets away with it in the Navy.
Yeah.
I'm like, brother, man, you would learn so much so fast through just pain.
Well, you also
Through
have
pain.
so many people holding you accountable.
Yeah.
Like what? I mean, like
And
the-
relying on you too as a
dude,
corpsman.
we are reliant on fucking you, bro.
But I think
Like there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Like if we have a corpsman, we need you guys to be able to fucking pack the weight. We need you to be able to know your that was the whole thing with the fucking little grenade incident at fucking SOI. Is like they checked the corpsman's fucking bag. And they fucking had like fucking candy bars in their fucking, and now
I heard
now,
a different story.
Well, you can hear a different story.
No,
My
but-
buddy's a RSO,
Yeah.
and that was kind of on him too, But now we got to check all the medics' bags or all the corpsman's bag, and I'm like, do you have your shit or not, bro? Like, are you gonna be the guy? Like, if something happens, like, do you want to not have the right shit in your bag?
Yeah, just don't be a fucking
Like,
liability.
am I going to tell you that you have the right shit in your bag? Like, obviously, if you have a candy bar in your fucking bag, that's not good to go. But, like,
No, hold
you
on.
need
But
to
one
know.
candy bar?
No, I'm not, you know what I'm saying.
I know what
I'm
you're
not
saying,
a
but-
fucking candy bar because I bring, a little couple snacky poos out to the fucking field all the time.
I think we're saying is complacency kills.
Yes,
if
exactly.
you're in this
You get used
situation
to it.
where like nothing ever happens,
Nothing
at this
ever
range.
happens.
I even remember trying to get litters for us, and I think we did have litters. They just never showed up with the heavy guns.
Yeah. They're in
Going to the
quad con.
BAS, and like I need litters, and someone trying to like check me. I'm not going to say his name. He was like, well, who the fuck said you could come down here? I was like,
Me bitch.
and other people are like, nothing's going to happen. I was like, that's great. Well, I want to be prepared. I don't know what the fuck's
That's
going to
that
happen.
ignorant ass thinking though. That's that ignorant.
is ignorant ass thinking.
And it's, you want to know what?
fucking
It's because
mindset.
those dudes were saying nothing's going to happen because they weren't
Yeah.
going.
They weren't going.
And, dude, you know what?
Yeah.
Like I think about like quite a bit is when we went up to the crosses with Troy and everyone, and he's like, every single
before?
Yeah, I remember
before.
this. I remember the statement you're about to say.
That was when we first met you, really.
Yeah. And he's like, every single deployment I've been on, whether it's peacetime or combat, some like people have died.
Someone dies.
I was like,
Mew or not.
I was like, yeah. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, that's not wrong.
We've done a
Sure
good
as shit. There we were.
we've done a good job, I think, in the new POI of SOI with TCCC and shit like that. And I will fucking find students like just fucking off in the back.
With
You know,
his
when
mustache.
it comes to TCCC or whatever, shut the fuck up, bitch. TCCC or whatever, and I'm like, look, dude, if you fucking need to know anything, like, you can fucking study on how to do call for fire or whatever the fuck. You need to study, and you need to know how the fuck to do TCCC. And they're like, well, I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, you need to know how.
We're about to close up, by the way.
Are we?
Yeah.
We're almost done
Yeah.
already.
Question: what do y'all think
3:30.
about my little thing after HKIA I ran?
What did you run? Oh, dude.
Oh, in the-
I thought
in
it was
the room?
good stuff.
Yeah, it was great.
I thought it was good trash.
Yeah.
Necessary evil.
That was a little bit of a training scar for me. 'Cause
Yeah,
also, I debriefed on that, and they're like, "You shouldn't have." I don't know. It was all about needle D's because
Training scar for what?
you live and you learn.
I put a needle D.
Oh, yeah, I
into
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old
But
blood came out.
they tried telling me like I shouldn't have used a needle D in my corpsman debrief,
Dude.
and I was just like, I had 15 of them. I shouldn't have used a needle D. Like, oh, never mind.
How,
But
how much time do we have?
I'm at 2% on my iPad. It's not recharging, so
So that means we got to be done.
Well, what's our time at?
we can take the headphones off and keep talking. I don't know.
Yeah, man, I'm with it.
What's that shit for though?
What?
The iPad thing.
Keep
It'll
recording?
quit recording. It'll quit recording video.
It's not. Oh, so you still got audio?
Yeah, I'll still
Oh,
have
dude,
audio.
who-
Wait,
give a
so
shit.
we don't have a charger?
I mean,
I'm charging. It's just killing it quicker than it can fucking recover.
I do have some things to take care of today, so
You go put
Yeah,
rims on the
same.
whip, dude. Some 20s.
I gotta get ready for the academy.
Yeah.
Academy. Damn, that's
Got
hot.
a big test this week. The
Ooh.
last
Laws?
written test.
Laws?
Yeah,
Last
this
written?
one's so this one's accumulation of everything. So it's like crime elements, juvenile stuff, fucking
Ooh, dude, that's
Fourth
that's like a
Amendment,
rather
Fifth Amendment.
precarious situation, you know.
Dude, get fucked.
You like arrest a fucking 14-year-old for murder? It's
Yeah,
like,
bro, it's
like,
weird.
What do we do?
juveniles. It's weird. Like Fourth Amendment, like search and seizure shit's fucking weird. Dude,
I feel-
police
I-
work in general is
I
just so
feel like-
goddamn gray. and
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna say. I feel like as
ridiculous.
a cop, you have to be on top of like.
Because you can,
Especially
let me tell you
nowadays,
this, you can
we
do
got
basically
this.
whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
As long as you can articulate why you're doing that.
Yeah.
And that there's this thing called the regional officer standard, and it's would any officer with the same or similar training, faced with the same or similar circumstances, act in the same way or use similar judgment. Meaning that anybody at the same level as me, same amount of training, same amount of experiences that they've been through,
There's
would
two
they do
left.
the
There's
same
two
thing?
left. So we
I'm
should
good.
close it out with
I don't
this.
want any of that.
I'll
Two
take
left.
one. I'll
There's
take
two
one.
left. Come on now.
All right, I'll take one. But it's just like it's super gray, dude. And that's the thing is like as long as you can articulate fucking anything, and it's
Yeah.
just whether or not people are gonna agree with your articulation or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I
That's
got
gnarly, dude. Are you crushing it or are you middle class? What are you?
obviously I'm fucking running circles around everybody
Yeah?
there, dude.
That's good.
Subtle flex.
yeah,
I'll hold you high. I'll hold you high.
yeah. I'm just ready for it to be done, dude. Like the
Oh, you got a
like
month
the
left?
academy, yeah.
Hey,
28th.
my buddy in San Diego PD had such a bad driving record. He had to do dispatch before he got hired on.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be.
Dude, the driving stuff that we've been doing is actually kind of fun, dude. We've
Oh, it's
done
a evasive
yeah, evoc.
evoc.
Yeah.
Hey, what was your echelon in ISOLC?
What do you mean?
What was your echelon 1 through 4?
Like my tier?
What the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking
One.
about, dude?
You lying to me or what?
No,
We
straight
got
no, straight up.
1%
No,
left on the iPad.
no,
You're
straight
talking
up.
about-
So in
Hurry
ISOL,
up, talk faster.
AMGC, different story, but ISOL, it was fucking because AMGC, I came from fast, so I was behind the fucking power. curve.
I got the little fucking.
But ISOL,
Award.
I was fucking putting the fuck out.
Question. I leave November 15th.
You want us to keep this?
No,
All right.
not at all.
Oh no, I mean, I
Never, even if there was a fire. Um,
put it in a pawn shop. It's an easy.
can
day.
we get together? Because it's a matter of me shipping this,
Yeah.
keeping it in my car when I live at the barracks.
You just leave it with us.
No. Maybe,
We're not
but
gonna break it.
the four of us
Yeah.
can get together again and do this.
I would love to at night.
Okay, so I got
But we get blackout drunk and do it.
yes. Now, yeah, this one, yeah, that one for sure.
Okay. All right.
Well, what night though?
You want to go to the bar first?
No,
No, we
we should do this.
we
a
start
day
getting
drink.
hammered here.
We should get
day
hammered
drink.
here. We should day drink.
Day drink into a night podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
When though?
That's up to y'all, dude.
We're literally
I live-
we have all four of us in front of each other. When can we do this?
I'm free pretty much every weekend except for the 10th.
The weekends. What about next weekend? His girlfriend's out of town. My girlfriend's out of town.
Next weekend.
I can do next weekend. It's up. It's always one, dude.
Okay.
That should work. Yeah, next week should work.
What's the?
Next
Somebody
Saturday?
look up. Somebody get on their phone and look up the.
All
I'll
right,
get on.
Saturday.
I appreciate y'all coming. This was fun.
Yeah, dude. It's a great
Let's
time.
do it again.
Hoorah.
Semper Fi. Next weekend.
Yeah, the next
is
weekend.
Oh, I can't.
Oh,
What are you
my
doing?
Fuck, bro.
I got a Halloween party.
I love
You got a Halloween party every fucking day of the weekend.
Halloween.
Saturday I do. Saturday I do.
What are you dressing up as?